Welcome to the Daring Player Squad.
Welcome to the Daring Player Squad channel. My name's Rashi.
What up?
Hello.
My name is Joyce of the Daring Player Squad, and
I got you. I'm moving out of the area really quick.
oh no! God!
I swear to sweet Jesus Christ, if there's someone in here, I'm gonna.
Oh. Excuse me. That's gotta be P, honestly.
Literally telling me that I'm a punk bitch. Inventory. Excuse me.
Come on. Yes. Maybe we should get a robe and wizard hat for some guy.
Sora, do you see dead people?
Doesn't matter who you love, everyone's got a pooper.
No, Cloud, you son of a bitch!
Oh, he's so. Oh, Jesus Christ!
And this is the Daring Player Squad. Hold on.
From the Daring Player Squad, my name is James, and welcome back once again to Penny Larceny Gig Economy Supervillain, a game graciously gifted to us by Fiction Factory Games, the creators of Arcade Spirits New Challengers, and soon to be mysterious 90s sci-fi something. We're gonna have to keep eyes on that. So hello, I hope everyone is well. It is a stat holiday today, so I didn't have to go to work, which is good because I slept in real late because we were staying up way too late playing video games at home, taking advantage of stuff, and you know, that's just how life be sometimes. We are running a Dr. Mayhem run. We got one caper done last week. We've got a whole bunch we got to do this week if we want to get to the end of it. So let's not dally. Let's get to it. Also, I should get more water ready for me, but it's too late. Let's just do it. Okay. So what's happened here? We're at the vet. What was Penny's voice again? Penny's voice was, "He's going to be fine. I know he's going to be fine." Dr. Mayhem came through. He directed us to Dr. Schumann, a terrific veterinarian, and 8th place at something at PAX West this weekend, which we did not go to because we're poor, and man, is the FOMO. Sitting hard this week and this year. It is what it is. Dr. Schumann, he directed us to Dr. Schumann, a terrific veterinarian, and one who doesn't care about capes or masks. Gibson's getting his civilian medicine, not mad science. No worries about sketchy nonsense. So yeah, Gibson's going to be fine. He has to be. But Gib is 10 years old. That's getting on in cat years. Even with the cybernetic enhancements and genetic alterations, he's getting old. I found him when he was a kitten. No, wait. He found me when he was a kitten. That particular story is a bit heavy, I'll warn. Like, no shame in avoiding any triggers you have for threats of self-harm. Up to you. I'm gonna skip these, not because I'm afraid of the things, but we have looked at this once in our very first run of this last month, so I'm just gonna jump ahead to save us time. I was there for those events. You can skip the tale. Yeah, I ended up in that institute because they thought you were a delusion of mine. They didn't know about the continuum serum. Gibson, who could see you, found me on the rooftop and convinced me to embrace my life again. We don't have to go into the details again. After that, I started paying more attention to you. I learned to accept you, and all three of us built a life. We've never really succeeded at being international supervillains, but we've done okay for ourselves, right? It's been a good life. I matured into an adult with the help of Gibson and your mysterious guidance from beyond space and time. But things change. Gibson's getting older, his implants are having more and more problems. He's going to be fine, but I hope he stays fine. I want the three of us to keep going like this as long as we can. And Gibson comes dashing into the doctor's waiting room, jumping up into my lap. Immediately I start petting him as he purrs happily. No more headache! I'm good to go, Penny. I'm glad to see you, friend. I'll probably need a few tune-ups. For now, the visor's working. Hopefully we can find fresh replacement parts later. Maybe we can find some Bioworks stock during a caper. What's our next move? You sure you're up for more work so soon? You've just spent all the earnings from our last caper on my vet bills. It's the least I can do. And yes, I'm up for it. This universe is Gibson's English. Gib hops into my backpack and I pull out my phone to check the crime rap. Maybe I've had a contract request come in while I was waiting. Okay. So we're gonna go back to Dr. Mayhem. So let's see. What have we not done yet? I think you've obtained this loot, you've obtained this loot. You've not obtained this loot. Okay. That's the one. Shopping spree. Have a chill day running errands for your boss. So I don't have Art of the Steel yet. Shit. Oh no! That means I have to get that from Overmistress. But we've got everything else. Wow, look at us! Look at us seeing stuff. One short jaunt across town, and I'm at the basement lair of Dr. Mayhem, notorious mad scientist, who is busy smashing stuff when I arrive. He's shattering glass bottles, thankfully not full of glowing liquids and poisons, hurling them against a wall in the corner. And fuck this beaker, and fuck this Erlenmeyer flask, and fuck this. I don't even know what the scientific name is for it. Okay, why are we destroying things again? He whirls in place to face me, lips in a grimace, flask in hand, ready to throw. But forces himself to pause, to set it aside instead, then slumps against the lab bench in defeat. Because it's shit. It was all shit. I ordered a full set of lab glassware, and every single piece of it arrived cracked or flawed. Between that and my Crimer service fees and the ever-growing interest in my loans, I'm fucking wiped out, Penny. I mean, fuck the system, right? They're all out to get you. No, I mean, yes, fuck the system. But there's more to this than that pithy three-word phrase. I can't shift all the blame. I've had this tendency since plunging headfirst into outlaw status. This bad tendency to direct all my rage at the world and rant. Ranting at the fools and foul miscreants who dare to defy the will of Dr. Mayhem. Kinda easy to slip into a mask mode, huh? I see what you mean. Yeah, And that's wrong. That's the wrong way to interpret events. It's too easy. Insisting I'm a totally innocent victim of society is avoiding the core problem. The unifying factor in all my failures, the one constant in every single misstep and mistake, is myself. As a scientist, I can't ignore evidence. I have to consider the theory that I fucked myself over time and time again. Not some shadowy nightmare conspiracy, just me. Just me constantly making bad decisions. Hey, no victim blaming. You're not at fault. The world is shit, yeah? Benny, I'm the one who decided to steal company secrets and leak them online. All because my unassailable ideals demanded it. I'm the one who took those crappy loans. I'm the one who pushed for my dream against all common sense. And now, I'm the one who ordered faulty glassware because it's cheap, and I didn't want to wait to find a better deal. I'm the one who chooses to get angry all the time. I'm the fuck up. The failure. The source of my own miseries. I absolutely will not become yet another masked scientist who refuses to accept any personal responsibility. If I ever go that far, building doomsday weapons and shit to destroy the world for being so cruel to me, just shoot me in the fucking head. I'll already be gone. I mean, he has a point. He's made mistakes, but everyone does that, yeah? Is he truly the sole source of blame? Is he totally blameless? This is messy. What do you think? He's right about one thing, control reactions. The deck is stacked against him, the options were like, yeah, at least he's not alone. Empathy. At least he's not alone now. You can provide him perspective and guidance for the better. You know what you need? 50 cc's of perspective. Stat. Allow me to help. Our situations are pretty similar. When I lost my family, I felt like you do right now. Alone. Adrift. A failure. Blaming myself for everything I've lost. But now, I've got Gibson and my weird head voice to help me through things. I'm not alone. And you aren't alone either. You ever doubt your path, second guess your decisions, or feel like you're going over the edge? Check in with your lab assistant. She knows what's what. She can help you puzzle through any experiment. Except advanced genetics, of course. I can hold a beaker with the best of them. Point me at a thing and ask me to do a thing, and I can do the thing, even if I don't understand why. You're right, of course. I'm not alone in this massive shitscape. I've got someone in my corner now. That's what really gnaws at me, the isolation. My family supports me, but from afar. Only way they safely can. You need a friendly mask. Someone who can actively associate with you without the risk to their rep. And that's definitely you. Thanks, Penny. I appreciate the perspective. Aw, shucks. I care about you, you know. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I care too. It's why I want to keep working with you. It's not about your skills, it's about you. About who you are. A little light in a dark world. Putting emotional issues aside a moment, maybe we can do something about your money woes. I mean, we're masked. Let's rob a fucking bank or something. That's a bit cliche, isn't it? And I prefer crimes we can do which won't hurt anyone who doesn't deserve it. It's like my student debt. I can't just go full mask and ignore consequences. I have to play by some of the rules. I don't want to embrace pure evil in the name of good. No cut corners and as few ethical tangles as possible. As few. And the science itself has to be clean. Absolutely pure. If I skip over a few inconvenient rules, it taints the whole result. For instance, did you know that someone's already cured cancer? What? Yeah, Dr. Bloodfang, Vampire MD, cured it. But his serum requires the death of innocents, and he sacrificed dozens in its development. I will not let my legacy be that of a madman, and I will not use his research to further my ambitions. Yeah, but it's cancer. Hard to find any mass with that level of dedication. I like this guy. I'm sorry, a vampire doctor? I'm sorry, a vampire doctor? How did we not hear about a vampire doctor before? Vampire doctor. Vampire doctor. Actually, that's what that vampire game was about, right? He was a doctor. I wanted to play that, but apparently it didn't work out the way that people were hoping it would work out. If it's cheap, maybe we'll check it out. How the fuck did I not hear about a vampire doctor? Is that even a thing? Are vampires even a thing? I mean, he thought he was a vampire. Had the full Christopher Lee set of superpowers too. I mean, better Christopher Lee than Jared Leto. In an ideal world, it's never morbid die. Bruh! you son of a bitch. But soon after revealing his cure for cancer, Vendetta staked him in the heart and burned his research. Supposedly no copies remain. One of the movies of all time. No scientist worth his bubbly beakers would use that research, even if it still exists. At least, I'd like to think so. We don't save the future by poisoning it. I know I'm facing an uphill battle, wanting to do things the Cape way while stuck as a mask, regardless of who's to blame for that situation. But I'm thinking you and I can do something about that. Our antics have purpose, and we'll push further goals to... Our antics have purpose, and will push me further towards the goal. And one day, when I rise above the rabble who drove me from my rightful place in this world, they will speak the name of... Isaac Marquez? Right, Isaac. They'll say, "Ah, that Dr. Marquez, what a great guy he is, yeah." A great guy indeed. So what's next on the docket for the day, Doctor? Shopping spree. Morbin time, he says. I need you to buy stuff for me. Steal stuff, you mean? No, buy. With money. You're gonna use the money to buy the stuff. Okay, I'm confused. You seriously just burned one of your crimer capers on having a world-class thief do your errands? First, I can't poke my head out in public to do any shopping without ever getting arrested. You have an alter ego, as mild-mannered, rather daring. I don't have that luxury. I'm just me, Dr. Mayhem. Second, I figure you deserve a break, yeah? Something that's not life or death stakes, just a nice afternoon out. You get a working vacation. Hey, Labor Day. I get some things I need. Both of us feed the crimer algorithm. It's win-win. Huh. It's unorthodox, but... Okay. I'm going to try being a civvy for the day. What do you need me to grab? On cue, he hands me a small pile of crumpled dollar bills and a handwritten list. Very old school. I need a video game, a pillow, some exercise equipment, and one of those weird little square heavy-headed vinyl figures. Kind of a random pile of junk, Doc. Game and figurine are birthday gifts for my nephews. I don't know crap about that stuff, just that they asked for them. One shooter game and one tiny figurine of Captain Infinity. Pillows because I'm pillow apostrophe S A oi because I'm sleeping like crap, and the exercise stuff is because I can't bike to work anymore. Just check the list for specifics. No substitutions, please. If I find good prices on these, can I keep the extra from today's budget as a tip? Sure, whatever. And if that price is 0 because I steal every item on the list instead, I can keep the whole wad? Good luck jamming an exercise bike in your purse. If you get arrested before finishing the list, I'm screwed. I'd prefer you minimize your felonies today, you know? As a change of pace. Fine, no crime. Less crime, at least. Hydrate. I didn't even know you did that. I do have a cough that's like threatening to come out any second now, so we'll see. No costumes, no gadgets, no crime. No fun. Well, minimal crime. Reasonable crime. Mundane crimes at best. I know I've come up against some of the toughest, I know I've come up against some tough challenges during my life, but this may be the most epic one yet. The challenge of not being astoundingly bored buying ordinary things with ordinary money all the ordinary day long. I feel kind of bad for dragging you along on this one. Usually I can put on a grand show for your amusement, but today? No. That's the challenge, isn't it? I'm also okay with you having a nice chill day. I'm gonna zone out too. I'm honestly okay with you having a nice chill day. You deserve some time off from death-defying action. I'll admit that does make sense. Like, you can only go full throttle for so long before you burn out. Maybe this is good for both of us, having a day off from stress-riddled criminal activity. Shopping spree, casing the joint. Do we even need to case the joint on this? It's a shopping. No, wait, no, that doesn't work. This isn't a heist and there's no joint to case. How about this instead? Okay, you saw it coming. The perfectly legal spending of currency. Ugh, makes my skin crawl just thinking about it. But yeah, that's more accurate. Crime Rep is ready to evaluate my work, although, like, this isn't about crime. It's about thriftiness and cleverness. If I find good bargains or sneak an item for free, I'll earn some stars. Seems fair. And my target for this caper, the location where I'll be making legitimate purchases, is downtown at the Lakeview Mall. I think maybe there was a lake here at one point, but now it's just an overgrown commercial and business district. A giant sign over the entrance reads, Lakeview Mall, an Angle Investors Commercial Enterprise. Angle? Is that supposed to be angel investors, or do they seriously have a name for that gets auto-corrected by search engines? Whatever. Man, angel investors. We know an angel investor locally, not personally, but we know of her. We know of her because she is the mother of a sex criminal locally, who is a problem in the local convention community. And we're like, why is this guy still have problems? Ah, because his mother's rich. Ah, funny that. Important tidbits to know about Vancouver con scenes. That said, he's pretty much famous now, so he does not get far at most respectable conventions. The disrespectable ones? It's a different question. Lakeview Mall has seen better days, clearly. It's been open since the 80s, and wow, does it show. I mean, the whole concept of a shopping mall is very last century. Nowadays, it's home to shuttered and failed businesses, dead plants, and for some reason, old people power walking in laps around the place. I love that so much. They actually shuttle folks in from a nearby retirement home just to walk. There are check-in stations and everything. So weird. But they're harmless. Let them enjoy the mall while it lasts. I'd like to get in and out quick on this. Show the boss I can be efficient. So let's not backtrack. Just hit each store once. If I score some deals, there should be enough left over for me to buy something more. To buy myself something nice while I'm here. Oh man. That's a mall layout, alright. Look, Mama's gotta get her steps in. I grab a badly folded paper Mac, clearly printed in the 90s from the mall walker check-in info desk. Time to plan the time to do a capitalism. The Soul Factory. Beyond Bedtime, Comic Shop, Keepsakes, The Fun Hole. Hey, 5 visits? Convenient. Alright, let's get... So the boss wants a Captain Infinity pop figurine. I might be able to secure one at the comic shop, but I think a better bet would be this weird thrift and collectible store. There's 3 types of stores at a shopping mall. You've got your aging franchises, places with hundreds of locations across the nation, now failing and slowly sliding into bankruptcy. Then you've got the same thing, but they've already finished croaking. Gated up, boarded up, gone. And then you have these weird local businesses with cheap and temporary signage that the mall clearly uses to fill in empty space. I mean, a thrift store at a mall? Not some big-name thrift store. The sign is this hand-lettered thing reading Keepsakes. And it's just packed with the most random shit you can imagine. Obsolete electronics, VHS tapes, stuff from your Nana's china cabinet, and rare collectibles. The Captain Infinity pop figurines. Well, look at this. We found it. Nestled in between a dusty old board game and, for some reason, a pile of socks. I triumphantly stroll down the aisle, landing hands on the box toy. But another hand— ah, this motherfucker! He's back. But another hand drops onto the box at the same time. Oh, hey. And he pulls it away from me before I can react. Hey, it's Cloud coming at you with the grand finale of today's live stream of Justice Thrifting. Oh, we're back. Oh, for crying out loud, not him. Believe it or not, this guy is technically a cape. He doesn't do much crime fighting, but his cape with live streams are mega popular anyway. We've already secured some amazing deals, but this is today's holy grail. A Captain Infinity pop figurine? So rare, so valuable, and an absolute steal at this price. Whoa. I was here first. Finders keepers. Yeah, I literally found it. That would mean I get to keep it. Except I've got it now, and possession is 9/10 of the law. You're a hero who literally stops thieves. How the heck can you possibly... That's all the time we've got for today's stream. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more justice. He deactivates his hovering camera drawing, which folds itself up for easy storage after. Hey, sorry, I had to play it up for the camera. They like to see me take the W's, you know? Let me introduce myself. I'm Cloud. Yeah, thank you. I know. You're that hero who dances for money on the internet, right? Hey, I fight crime every other Tuesday. It's not all meme dances and shoutouts. Look, we both got equal claim to this thing. I get it, but I'm sure we can work something out. How about I buy the figure and pay you twice what you'd have paid for it? We both walk away happy. No? I came here to buy that thing, so I'm buying it. Look, I'm trying to work with you to be a considerate, generous hero. What do you suggest? How do we compromise on this? Ugh, what a complete pain. I can't walk out of here without that silly toy. How do we handle this? Go full Karen on his ass. Demand to talk to you management. Work the optics. His audience saw him buy it, saw the win. That's all they need. Flip that around, pay him double the price, then you keep the toy. Let's work the optics. I like the optics. So what you need is for your audience to think you got the win, huh? I've got an idea. I'll let you get a selfie with it so you can brag about buying it. Then you let me buy it instead. It's not like your audience will know about the lie or even care. They'll celebrate your win and then move on to the next shiny thing. Sound good? This way, we both win. That would make sense, yeah. It'd work. But I think I prefer to just buy the figure. Sorry, I'm getting this thing in one way or another. Huh. Why is he turning this down? It's clever, it solves the problem, and he doesn't have to pay a dime to make his audience happy. Is there something else going on here? If you'll excuse me, I need to go ring up this sale. Come on, man! I thought you wanted to be reasonable about this. For lack of a better option, I follow him up to the counter. A bored-looking young woman sitting at the counter glances our way as we approach. Hello, welcome to Keepsakes. How can I help you, or whatever? One Captain Infinity figure, please. Bullshit! We found it at the same time. I've got just as much of a claim. No way! It's mine! I'm a collector! I can make better use of it than you. Clearly, this clerk has seen one too many Karens during her retail career, as her expression hardens at this show of entitlement. Fine, whatever. They don't pay me enough to deal with this. I don't care who buys it, as long as someone does. So whoever has, like, the greatest need or some junk gets the toy. Make your case and make it fast and don't lie to me. And Grandma. Okay, so now I have to contend with a greedy cape and a frustrated retailer. Grifting cannons to maximum firepower. What story do we want to spin here? Captain Infinity's your father, yikes. We can't tell her the truth, so let Cloud tell the story first and trip himself up. She said, to be honest, it's a gift for your friend's nephew. Kinda wanna let this happen. We can't tell her the truth, so let Cloud tell his story first. Trip himself up. I mean, our reason for wanting his purse to be innocent. It's the kid's birthday gift. But no reason to dangle any personal details. A good mask stays completely undercover. Don't cough up anything, because you never know what will lead a trail back to your door. I couldn't possibly take priority over a hero. Clout, how about you tell your reason for wanting the figurine first? Yeah, well, I'm buying it as a gift for my dying grandmother, who has always admired Captain Infinity. You wouldn't possibly keep my poor grandmother from a little something that would brighten what few days she has left, would you? Cloud, your grandmother died years ago. Oh, I fucked up. What? How did you know that? Because I work for you. At Cloud's Comics, 3 days a week, part-time. I knew that. Good old reliable, Debbie? Wilma. Right. Wilma, de Wilma... de Wilma be your, With a groan, she turns back to me and holds out her hand. Like, credit card, please. No need. I slam down a wad of cash on the counter and she swiftly rings up the sale. But it's worth 10 times that much. I need it. I need to resell that in my own comics shop. I need the money. You have no idea how deep in the red I am. Please. Ha! So he was gonna flip the thing. No wonder he was willing to give me twice what it's worth to shut up and go away. I doubt Isaac's nephew's planning the same, though. Kid probably has no idea. Just loves Captain Infinity a bunch. Tough shit, my dude. This isn't fair! I'll fire you from my shop if you don't! Watch me not care. I can get a regular job anywhere. And get out of here. Frustrated, Cloud storms out of there, muttering unpleasant things under his breath. Oh, that's great. I salute the hardened retail worker on my way out of the store. Thank you for your service. Okay, where are we headed next? What else did we need? Did we need a comic? The fun hole. Let's go to the comic shop. Whatever. I've already got the Captain Infinity pop figurine, but I haven't bought myself anything nice. Therefore, to the comic book shop. The shop's named Cloud's Comics, and there's empty space on the sign for a third word, which was clearly removed at some point. I got a bad feeling the word there was closet or something before Wiserhead looked at it and went, oh god, oh no, that's a bad idea. It's been a long time since I went out looking for comics. May as well take advantage of this opportunity. I'm primarily looking for books which feature my friends, fellow masks and minor menaces. Villains don't really get their own comics. We're the supporting stars in books about heroes. We don't get happy endings. Counter to browse along boxes, looking for a few familiar faces though. Who should I try to find? Well, how is on with Ghost Pepper in it? She's pretty cool. Magnetic North and his husband certainly get up to some hijinks. That's funny because it's very close to the Marvel's North Star, who is also canonically very gay, and it came up really funny in one of the comics one time. One of those old-timey romance novel comics from the 50s. Like, actually, I had an X-Men comic. It was during the period when, like, Juggernaut was an X-Man, and Juggernaut was gonna go and check on this mutant kid that he, like, sort of, like, watched out for. And he's like, I need the jet to go check on this kid, because the kid has an abusive father. And they're just like, North Star is the only person who is free to fly you out, and he gets all weird about it because North Star is gay, and they're flying and it's all super awkward. And just at some point, to break the awkwardness, because Juggernaut's being really weird about it, North Star just goes, "I'm not attracted to you." He's like, "What are you talking about?" It's like, just because I'm gay, don't assume that I'm attracted to everyone. At which point, Juggernaut suddenly gets all defensive. It's like, hey, what's not to like? It's pretty funny. Anyways, we're gonna go with Ghost Pepper. Actually, no. You know what? After telling that story, it's gotta be Magnetic North and his husband certainly get up to some hijinks. Wow, obscure. North's been semi-retired for a decade now, settling down to run a donut shop with Magnetic South. You know what they say, opposites attract. Ah! That is a lazy pun. And you should feel bad about that. I start flipping through the archives. Older comics aren't always cheaper, but it's a good place to start. Huh. Here's one I haven't seen yet. It's one of those tragedy comics where the proceeds went to firefighters and rescue workers. I regret nothing. You shouldn't regret anything. I remember being a kid when the news broke out about that. I hugged my mom all morning. I was young and didn't realize masks could be that bad. See, what happened was Dr. Apocalypse detonated a photon bomb in the heart of Baltimore. The city's still contaminated to this very... Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Stopped by the Thunder Teams of all people. Who could have known they'd be able to defeat Dr. Apocalypse? Hell of an issue. Great splash panel. What the heck was that? Everything loading. Damn. Wait, what was that? Everything got all glitched out for a second. That's curious. Is someone else scheming like I am? Huh? No, Dr. Apocalypse isn't scheming anymore. He's in jail. Everything okay up there? You sound a bit off. I think history just changed and only I noticed. Really? Huh. Captain Infinity at work, maybe. Is this something I need to be worried about? Monkeying with the space-time continuum is a little outside my pay grade. I think I'd best leave that sort of thing up to you. Poke me if needed, though. Oh, sweet. Here's a comic with both Magnetic North and Magnetic South in it. Just Granny. Just Granny doing her power walking through the mall. Just... love it. Ah, darn. It's one of those annoying summer event crossover books where the heroes solve a catastrophe and the universe gets rebooted. You can't follow the story properly unless you buy like 11 different tie-in books. What fun is that? Besides, it's another Captain Infinity fixes the problem so it never happened book. Probably just a bunch of lies from Continuum. Still, nice to know North and South get a cameo. I should send them this issue. They're pretty much retired, but they'd be amused. Have they managed to retire from Mask Life? Aren't you talking to North or Crimer every week? Have you ever considered retiring too? Huh. Semi-retired. It can be hard for a mask to get by without a little crime now and then, just to balance things out. But they were never violent criminals, never major menaces. Not really lifers, just sort of fell into the life by chance. When North and South decided they were getting too old for this, they settled down and opened a combination bookstore and donut shop. Shut the f- Alright, alright. Quick note, are North and South Ben and Matt? I sure hope so. They better be at this point. Also, hello Wayward, how are you? They're like the cool gay uncles I never had. Good guys, both of them. Yeah, definitely buying this comic for them. That's so funny. With my comic book selected, I head over to the counter to pay for it. The issue is pretty cheap, so it won't hurt today's budget. I should probably hurry along anyway. If the shop is actually owned by Cloud, I don't want to risk running into him. Hello, hello. Oh, yeah. How has your stat day been? Or did you have to work anyways? Because that's just not how things work anymore. Let's go to the fun hole. Only place I'm gonna find that video game, it's the brick and mortar game store franchise left standing in wake of digital distribution. The fun hole. Wow, this is the store a pile of clutter. There's barely any video games left. It's all foam dart guns and anime collectibles and energy drinks and crap. Ah, I see what you did there. The few games still on the shelves are battered used copies with caked on layers of ancient pricing stickers and sold and resold forever. This is why I prefer to buy video games online and download them into the magic box into the television. Fortunately, I don't have to search the rotting shelves of ancient trade-ins. I'm buying the most popular game in the world. It's front and center. Oh, I have suspicions on which directions this could go. Let's see. I pluck a brown-themed modern military shooter in a plastic case off the shelf and bring it over to the sales clerk. Welcome to the fun hole, where we really pack in the fun. Everybody's welcome inside the fun hole. I don't want anything packed into my fun hole. Just bring up this game, thanks. That's all. Are you sure you don't want a used copy? It's $5 whole cheaper. It's a gift for Isaac's nephew. Kinda tacky to buy a janky old copy someone's probably stepped on in anger and taking an L. I remember a forum I read, their version was, I don't want to buy a game that someone could have like rubbed inside their ass slit. That's the wording they used. To which everyone replied, who the hell says ass slit? Just man. I'd prefer a new copy of the game, please. Do you want the gold deluxe version with an additional 3 weapon skins and early access to the Nukeville map? If I'm not giving him a junky used copy, maybe I should get him the best version of it too. It costs more though. No, we don't need it. Save your money. No thanks, just the game. Okay. Do you want a game protection plan to go with it? Fuck. What? If you pay an extra $15, your game will be replaced for free if it becomes damaged through no fault of your own. I do. Even at $3 per game, I don't get it. We're not getting it. No, we're not getting it for 15. Hell no. We don't need it. Save your money. No thanks. Just the game. Okay. Do you want a membership card to the fun hole? You can visit the hole anytime and have some glorious fun. Bruh! Please give us the money. There's a video game circle of life. You're working outside that life. You're working outside that circle. Is the membership free? It's practically free. By which I mean it's $60 a year, but it pays for itself with the benefits you get, right? Fine. Maybe Gibson can use it for his gaming apps. We don't need it. Save your money. We're not buying games. We're buying this is a one-off. We don't need it. No. Save your money. No thanks. Okay. Would you like to upgrade to the Tier 1 Operator Collector's Edition? Didn't you already offer me a gold deluxe version and I turned it down? Why would I want an even fancier edition? This one comes with night vision goggles and a season pass. Actually, that could be useful. But it doesn't actually come with the game itself, so you'd have to buy that separately. The fuck? Okay, so it's pricier, but you might get night vision goggles. It'll cost more. No, we don't need it. Save your money. No thanks. No, just... no. Okay. Would you like to add a... Can you please stop upselling me all this crap? I'm just trying to buy a damn video game. What's with the hard sell tactics? If I don't meet my quota for the month, my manager's going to cut my hours. Maybe even fire me. Oh, shit. I mean... Granny. I mean, that sucks, but... Sorry, I don't mean to dump on you, but... I just got yelled at this morning for not selling enough extras, so it was kind of on my mind. I'll need to get another job. I already have 2 other jobs. Please, if you can afford it, it'd really help me. I feel for the guy's situation, but I don't need all that extra stuff, right? I don't appreciate this guy's guilt trip attitude. Man. Ran a little... Yeah, they're just power walking. Just power walking. Alright. I'm throwing this guy under the bus, but there's better minimum wage jobs out there. Also, for what it's worth, canonically, GameStop did eat a lot of flack and did have to kind of turn their way around. So maybe this is the beginning. This is the beginning of it. I don't appreciate this guy's guilt trip attitude. This isn't your problem. It's the fun hole's problem. Not my problem, no. Except it's kind of everyone's problem, isn't it? When big business grinds us all down like this. Making us resort to begging people to buy things they don't need, unless we feel the whips of our corporate overlords. Buying all this junk just validates it all. And I can't do that. Just what I asked for, please. That's it. But stonks! What about the stonks, James? We need the stonks. Okay. Thank you for coming to the fun hole. I'm gonna get mine opened up now. He rings up my order and I hustle out of there as fast as I can. Oof. Wow, working for a living sucks. Maybe crime's not so bad by comparison. Sticking to my guns on the cheap edition shows confidence. The crime algorithm likes confidence, apparently. Man. Alright, so we need pillows. And we need an exercise bike. Beyond bedtime. Let's go. It's funny. My general manager, actually, he's a former Bed Bath guy, so this is funny to me. The best place to find a pillow is Beyond Bedtime, a basic personal care and comfort store packed with overpriced imported home decor. That said, we definitely bought our pillows at Bed Bath, and they are fucking amazing. Lots of scented candles, wooden hearts with live, laugh, love carved into them, and a few live, love, laugh covering all the bases. I'm not gonna call it basic, because honestly that's as obnoxiously dismissive as cringe, but it's all entirely expected, let's say. I read this out loud even though I definitely just opened up like 3 cases of like cat costume, which is like the ears, a choker, and a tail. Man, we received so many of those for Halloween this year. But they sell. They sell because PHP high, you know what I'm saying? PHP high. The good doctor needs to rest his head nice and proper if he's gonna cure cancer. That means only the finest in pillows for him. Looks like the priciest, poshest, plushest pillow for purchase is the Freedom Pillow, damn. It claims to be like laying your head on a cloud as angels sing to you. Bold claim. I like bold claims. There's a whole display just for that one brand. Plenty in stock and ready for purchase. It's our favorite. Yeah, display with a costumed heroine standing between me and my prize. How many capes am I gonna run into in this shopping trip? Of all the rotten luck. Farsight, Cape Book Crusader. We don't know her in this universe yet, though. I mean, I'm assuming this is a cape. She's got an unusually colorful pink and yellow costume and a very nice hair for a civvy. I should probably wander off and come back after she's gone. Safer that way. I turn to leave, and unfortunately, the motion catches at the corner of her eye. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you need one of those pillows? Am I in your way? Damn it. Well, no way out of this now without raising suspicion. Oh, I'm good. Take your time. I'm just browsing. Actually, do you know if these... What are they? Freedom pillows? Are they as good as they claim to be? I'm looking to get it, like, a really high-end pillow. A pillow for kings and champions. A pillow which knows no equal. Yeah... There's actual research saying you get a better night's sleep with a Freedom Pillow than any other bedding. Great! So why the gloomy expression? Because I really, really need a good night's sleep. I haven't had one in weeks. I keep waking up with headaches. I'm supposed to be Farsight, noble crusader of justice. Hard to do any crusading when I'm so tired. Well, okay. So get a Freedom Pillow and get the sleep you deserve. Seems simple enough. You've never heard of this... You've never heard of this brand before, have you? No. I usually sleep on the couch. My actual mattress keeps popping rusty springs through the padding. Oh! Gosh, that's awful! My sympathies. Freedom Pillows are hands down the best pillows on the market, and the guy who made them is a millionaire, who routinely donates his profits to charity. That's great! Charities that fight against gay marriage and trans rights. And that's less great. Oh no! In fact, that's absolutely repulsive. I'm not sure I can justify buying one of these pillows, knowing where the money's going. How can I call myself a champion of justice and goodness, knowing I'm funding people who make the world a worse place? But I'm so tired. I'm just so tired. Ah, the joys of trying to walk the straight and narrow as a civvy or a cape. Less of a problem for light fingers thieves like me. Since I'm playing civvy today, well, it's now my problem as well. No ethical consumption under capitalism, yada yada. And she's clearly jammed up in this moral quandary, causing a bit of a problem for continuing my consumer rampage. Okay. We can't solve this for her, it's a personal decision. She needs sleep first and foremost. She could buy the pill, then make a counter donation. We can suggest alternatives for I know I'm just a stranger you just met, but if I could offer advice, please. What you want isn't a Freedom Pillow. You want sleep. There's a lot of ways to go about that. Meditation and relaxation, melatonin, getting plenty of exercise. Exercise not being a problem for you, given all the crime fighting you probably do, but hey. If something's stopping you from stressing, like headaches, you're a Continuum-sponsored heroine, right? You have health care. Except my doctors tell me everything is fine and I shouldn't worry. I'm afraid it's up to me to solve this. But you're right about there being other options. I just need to keep trying instead of resorting to this. Thanks, citizen. I appreciate the advice and support. I'm glad I can be a superhero and protect you against masked crime. Right, haha, masked crime. I hate masked crime. You go get those masks, Farsight. Awkward, but I got through it. That's what matters. This leaves me in the same situation she was in. I need a high-grade pillow. This one's suddenly very unappealing. Well, if Farsight can rely on a random citizen, I can rely on my head voice of guidance and wisdom. What say you, old voice? Why does everything have to be political? So annoying. It's just a pillow. Fuck you. Unlike Farsight, we have another option. Crime. It's time for crime, guys. Let's steal ourselves a freedom pillow. Alright, crime. The solution to and cause of many life's problems. True, the boss said not to go heavy on the crime, but I promised minimal crime, not no crime. I think this counts as minimal. I pluck a freedom pillow from the display and a similarly sized low-cost ordinary bit of goose feather and cotton. Find a blind spot from the security cameras and mirrors, wait for the staff to look in the other direction, and swap packaging. Stuff a freedom pillow into a cheap pillowcase, and put the junky one on the shelf with the other FPs. Done. There we go. Minor evil to hassle a major evil. Not exactly ethical in an absolute sense, but I don't really care. And the crime algorithm just loves legal transgressions, so hey, win-win. Yeah. Okay, where are we headed next? The Swole Factory for a bike. One of the largest outlet stores in the mall is the Swole Factory, packed with everything you need to assemble a home gym, which you will use once and then promptly move to the attic where it will gather dust for years. They're having a going out of business sale. A sign says Angle investors are shutting down future mall operations. Good timing, I guess. But even these discounted exercise bikes are still pricey as hell. Maybe even too pricey. Can I possibly afford one of these with the budget I have in hand? The best ones have built-in subscription-based personal trainers and videos of bike paths through woodland areas and crap. Ooh, that's cute. I could maybe skimp by a cheap model, but this is the biggest ticket item on the boss's shopping list. I want to get this right. Oh, fuck! Quickly, I dive behind a weight bench trying to hide. Weight bench. As I spot an absolute unit browsing the free weights, casually hefting them to get a feel for their balance. Muscle memory, the ultimate Chad. Oh no! It's a cape? Not just any cape, but the ultra popular, ultra powerful psychic alpha male himself. Muscle memory. His lashes are quite lovely though. This is the last thing I need right now. If a psychic hero peeps my brain and finds out I'm an undercover mask, he'll cash in my long-standing warrant. Okay. This isn't a problem. I leave and come back later to buy the bike, after he's miles away and I'm out of mental probe range. He never needs to know that Penny Larceny was just under his nose and slipped away. Oh god, what is it gonna sound like? Penny Larceny, huh? Fuck! A mask! That's beautiful. Ash. Okay, I'll share it later. I'll show them later. Oh, a mask trying to slip out from just under my nose. A mask on a couple FBI watch lists. Hey, look, I think you must be mistaken. Nope, I don't make mistakes. You're a mask. He pauses, considering what to do. Fuck it, I don't care. You don't care? Are you here to steal anything? I can confidently and truthfully say I am not here to steal anything. Then I don't care. I'm taking the day off. If the FBI wants you, they can fucking track you down themselves. I got shit to do, and I'm not in the mood for some cape and mask brawl. Not that it'd be much of a brawl. I could paralyze you without lifting a finger. So, like, keep that in mind if you want to swipe shit. Noted. I'll just get out of your way so you can go about your business, and I can go about mine. What are you shopping for? Exercise bike? I can see it in your mind. Question is, whom are you shopping for? Okay, can you, like, not just casually probe my thoughts as if we're trying to keep this little encounter nice and neutral? Sorry. Force of habit. I passively scoop a lot of foreground engrams unless I concentrate on blocking it out. I'll do that. Trust me when I say most people's brains are boring as fuck. You're not missing much. It's just noise. Noise and bullshit. This is risky, extending this run-in with a cape. But it could be a good moment to learn something about the enemy. I didn't think capes could take a day off. Great power, great responsibility, etc. Let's dig into that. If we get him boasting about the dirty little secrets he's read, maybe we can get some leverage. Nope, no bail. Buy the bike and get out. That's cute. No. Danger. I didn't think capes could take a day off. Great power, great responsibility. Let's dig into that. I didn't know you could just, like, clock out like that. Stop being a hero. Isn't it kind of a 24/7 gig? Villain acts, hero reacts, meaning you need to be on call like an emergency worker? Kinda, maybe, probably. But if I don't take the incoming cape book tip, someone else will. I've let a lot slide before, and no harm done. You stay out of the spotlight too long, though, folks notice. They say you fell off, you're not hot anymore. You're yesterday's news. So you gotta punch in for the big ticket cases at least. Bank robberies, kidnappings, terrorism. Hardcore shit. Contract security work? That's the best. Get paid to be a hero? Pro bono works good for PR, but I got rent, you know? Stopping petty thieves like you for free out of the goodness of my heart? Not worth my time. Well, that's kinda unheroic. Hey, don't judge. I've got bills upon bills. My home gym and my protein powder don't come cheap. And my dad's kinda not doing great. There's a lot of extra bills on top of that. Oh shit. I'm sorry, my guy. It is what it is. Muscle memory lets out a long sigh and leans heavily against a nearby treadmill. What's the fucking point? Point of what exactly? This entire cape thing. All the bullshit that goes with being a big damn hero. You know why I got started doing this work? Because I can completely shut down anyone's mind with the flick of a thought. What do you do with that? Only two things really. Super crime and super heroism. And contrary to what you may think, I'm moral enough to not become some moral dominating psychic villain. It's seriously a low bar to clear. So that leaves heroism. I can non-violently shut down any conflict, no punches thrown, no guns fired, nobody has to die when I'm around. Don't think there's anything else I could be doing with my life other than this. Not unless I wanted to be a bigger asshole than I am already. Oh, wow. I'm not really one to be giving career advice to a cape, you know. I was not expecting him to open up like this to a stranger. I guess being a mask, nobody would believe me if I told them, but what do I even say to this? You don't say anything, walk away. Leave heroism? Whoa. Have you thought about not being a hero? Maybe you can convince him to leave heroism. It'd be one less problem for you out there, certainly. You've got options other than heroics or villainy, right? I mean, there's a ton of civvy jobs where your power would be handy. Be a therapist, help people dig down into the truth of their emotional problems. Or have an investigative reporter. No truth can be hidden from you, so you can drag lies out into the light. I bet if you sit down and think about it, you could do any number of things to leverage your power. Most of which break consent. Huh? If I was a civvy, I'd need absolute consent before I could probe anyone. That limits what I can do, ethically. Yes, I do give a shit about consent. I know people whisper behind my back, but I do actually care about these things. As a hero, I'm legally allowed to dig into villain brains. It's been established in court. But outside of that context, this gets sketchy. Hell, it's already sketchy. I can't deny the sketch as a whole. Nothing about what I do can be considered completely clean. Remember what I said. I passively scoop thoughts. I have to, like, perpetually tense a muscle not to do that. So heroic work's the only even slightly acceptable use case for this ridiculous power of mine. Oh. I hadn't thought of that. It's okay. Wouldn't know unless you walked in my shoes and shit. He pauses a moment, contemplating my words. Think I'm better off sticking to her heroism for now. Can't say it's made me happy, but fuck it. It's working well enough. Better than most people could say about their lives. And hey, be open to possibilities, right? Right. Oh, and if you want a bike you can actually afford, he waits for me to follow him, and he goes to a dustier corner of the shop. This is the one. No bells, no whistles. Just a damn solid piece of kit. You don't need all the shitty apps and tracking crap. Good workout is a good workout. When you can't find motivation to exercise without electronic toys, you need to work on that. Okay? Whoa. Hey, that's nice of you. Thanks for the tip. No problem. I mean, I'm still gonna brain lock you and throw you in jail next time I catch you committing crimes, but glad I could help. Helping is what a hero's supposed to do. I need to remember that. Oh, holy shit! Gotta be honest, I didn't realize muscle memory had that much going on. He comes off as a superficial dude bro online. And don't get me wrong, he's got problems. He's no saint. I get to know there's more to him than anyone suspects. Also, I should really buy this thing and order delivery to my boss's lair. It's a sweet deal. And that's everything on the list. Caper complete. With time and money to spare, I got some good bargains, so I'll be pocketing a chunk of change. More than enough for one more stop on this magical consumer adventure. In the center of the mall, at the heart of this crumbling empire, is the legendary food court. So legendary that clearly its mighty reputation has caused eateries to flee, like half of these slots are gated up and shut down. But there's just enough left for me to get a tasty, if unhealthy, meal before I head home. And my victory dinner shall consist of burgers, tacos, curries. I would trust tacos at the food court. Tacos. And for a tasty beverage, I shall consume lemonade. Yes. Coffee. Yay! You did it. You made the decisive choices that will lead to arguable nutrition. No. Nope. Can't do it. Can't make this an exciting life or death high-stakes decision moment. It's just fast food. I paid for my meal with a bit of the spare cash from today's shopping adventure. With a little extra on top. Hey! One cinnamon dusted soft pretzel. A shopping mall specialty. With that complete, I take my heavy plastic tray over to a plastic table and sit in a plastic chair underneath the skylight windows above. And I really can't make this exciting, can I? It's all expected. All routine. Just day-to-day life of a civilian. I ponder that a bit as I chow down, going on autopilot with the dining experience while my thoughts tumble around inside. Are you okay with me thinking at you for a bit? Got a lot on my mind. If you'd rather I just, like, shut up and eat, I'm good with that, too. I got nothing better to do. Go ahead and speak your piece. Masks, capes, civvies. I've seen a bit of each today. Masks have freedom, a freedom I cherish dearly, but it's an exchange. One freedom for another. I'm free to be who I want to be and do what I want to do, but at any moment my freedom can get yanked away if I slip up. All it takes is one fumble. Muscle memory nearly collared me today. If he weren't in an introspective mood, I'd be rotting in jail right now. But man, capes. Capes don't have it much better. Cloud's desperate for money and attention. Muscle memory can't make ends meet. And poor Farsight, she's just a wreck. The life takes a lot out of you, apparently. Capes have to color between the lines, but they're free in ways I can't be. They can be themselves without fear. So if not mask, if not cape, then civvy? No. Civvies get the shortest end of the stick. They have to push scams on gamers or risk getting fired, for instance. They get caught in the middle of when the supers fight, helpless and fearful. The best a civvy can do is run and hide and look out for themselves. We are stuck. We are all stuck. I know. I whine about the system a lot. Keep dragging capitalism while not offering any solutions or alternatives. I'm not an economist. I'm not a sociologist. I don't even have a high school education. But you don't have to be a genius to see that this is not working. It's not working for any of us. We desperately need change. Maybe I'm not the one to solve anything, or even have the faintest idea how to solve it. Maybe I can't do anything but complain. Maybe I'm just useless. Hell, in a lot of ways, I'm part of the problem. A mask adds to the overall troubles, even a petty mask like me. But switching sides, being a cape or a civvy? I'm not sure. Everybody's getting screwed. What does it matter? Why do I even bother? Sorry, I'm going nowhere. Circling the drain with these thoughts. I like to stay upbeat and confident and have fun, but honestly, I'm lost. You're in your 20s. You have time to figure out. As someone who just turned 40, ugh, let me tell you. You don't have to be anything specific. Mask, cape, civvy, just be who you want to be. So what? Just like float? Be whatever makes sense in the moment? I don't think society's gonna let me do that. They've decided I'm a mask, and I played into that role for so long, it's inescapable. But fuck society, right? The system's busted. Who cares what box they put me in? I'm whoever I want to be. That's the freedom I want. Not specifically mask freedom, but freedom of self. Freedom in defiance. But even if I sort myself out, well, there's still the problem of literally everything and everyone else around me being a mess. System's busted, capitalism is grinding us down, nobody's escaping this loop. Thank you. There was a dude named Muscle Memory, and he was just Giga Chad. Oh, no. He was amazing. What could one little mask possibly do about all that? If you don't have a solution, throw your support behind someone who does. Activism can work. Collective action, spread your ideas. Others will take notice and see you as a beacon. Fixing the world is not on your shoulders alone. Don't let it weigh you down into doomerism. I'm trying, believe me. I like to approach each day with a smile and an eagerness for adventure. Are we disappointing Tommy Tallarico's mother dead? We absolutely are. Oh god, I have to do squats? I didn't even notice that! What the hell? Why you do this to me? Chair go this way is easier. We better be disappointing Tommy Tallarico's mother soon. Hello, Ace. You reached us at a point where we're just talking about how sad life is. It'd be like that. And if I can't fix the world, well, that's that. I need to accept that my impact is minimal and just find my own happiness anyway. My chair has fallen down. Ugh. My chair's hydraulics, just like it doesn't hold. It decides when it gets tired, it just goes. Hydrate. Also, I got ice cream. I just wish, I don't know. I wish I could do more. I could be more. I'll stay open to the possibilities, but yeah, I hear you. Don't assume the weight of the world is on my shoulders. You know what? I'm glad we had this quiet day together. I'm glad we had this boring day where we could sit around and ponder life and see how the other half lives. I wish I could be more. Oh, yeah, be all that you can be. See, Canadian Armed Forces doesn't have cool slogans and stuff in their advertisements. Also, I've never seen a single advertisement for Canadian Armed Forces in my damn life. That's just not a thing. Well, other halves. Savian Cape. Yes, that's 3 halves. Look, I didn't learn much math. I think this was good for both of us. But alas, every day eventually ends and we need to wrap up this caper. I move to rise to carry my heavy cafeteria tray to the trash can. Right when the skylight above breaks and a masked figure descends on rocket boots into the middle of the food court. Well, shit. So that escalated. I laugh because we have a friend named Tom who does a lot of superhero cosplay. He doesn't really have a voice that's like you can imitate to be comical, but I should. What's the button for screenshots again? Yeah, I'll send that to him later. Alright, what's this guy sound like? Got it, yes. Alright, what's this guy sound like? Hear me, mindless consumer slaves! I'm here to annihilate this temple of capitalism! Oh, for fuck's sakes. It's... I fuck hard with this guy. Ultimatum! Ultimatum. The result of his sudden appearance is predictable. The few people left running a large empty food court book it from the exits, including every single mall security guard around, because they are certainly not paid enough to try and pepper spray a supervillain. Leaving me all alone, sitting there with arms folded, mildly annoyed. Soon the crumbling ghost of the 20th century will be naught but ash and rubble. Weep and tremble, for on this day, Ultimatum will eradicate the entirety of this. Tom. Purge the tables of money changers and whip those who worship at the false altar of... Tom, the fuck, man? Shouldn't you be running in terror right now? Tom, it's me. You know me. A green-haired consumer? With a sigh, I reach into my bag and pull out a mask. My mask popping it on. Penny, the green-haired consumer? Tom, what the fuck are you doing? Blowing up a shopping mall? Don't you have, like, more important things to do? Go torch a weapons factory or hassle some stockbrokers or anything other than screw with ordinary people getting on with their day. This structure is the pinnacle of inefficient suburbanist land use. A vast parking lot and abattoir of capitalism. See that Phineas and Ferb reference? Oh god, is there? I've already planted the bombs. I will send via my amazing new rocket boots and detonate them from high above. Why is an eco-terrorist using chemical propellant-based flying shoes? Focus, Penny! Focus on what's important! Erasing this consumer hellscape in a flash of purifying flame. Yeah, with me inside it, and a whole bunch of other people who aren't responsible for any of that. All of whom are complicit and guilty by participation in a broken economic system. We live in a society! Yes! Thank you. Thank you for that. But now that you're here, you can join me. Together as true masks, we will strike a blow against corruption. It'll be fun. Trust me. I've got an angle. No, little old lady. And imagine what it'll do for your mask profile. Jobs will start rolling in once they see how hardcore you are. I don't kill people. Oh, please. You don't kill people yet. Nana's not gonna suffer nothing. Under the right circumstances, anyone can and would kill. It's natural law. You just haven't found your moment yet. Today could be that moment. Join me, and we shall destroy the system. Just one guy. We're all stuck in the system. Stuck in the same loops, grinding away to fuel the almighty dollar. And a mask, the true mask, would help me out here. Or at the very least would stay out of his way, let him carry on. It's none of my business. My survival comes first. Nobody likes a snitch. Fuck it. I'm not a mask today, right? So I toss that shit out the window and do what feels right instead. Who am I right now? You're a civvy today. Call on a hero that you trust and keep him distracted until they arrive. You're a cape today. Put your life on the line if you gotta and stop the cold before anyone gets hurt. Let him blow up the mall. I feel like if we do this one, we're gonna get Penny being like, no, we're not doing that. Because Penny is their own person. But this will be fun, so let's do this. You're a cape today. Put your life on the line if you gotta stop him cold before and stop him cold before anyone gets hurt. Okay, if that's how it's gonna be, that's how it's gonna be. Time to play hero. Got two options. Choose violence. Choose violence. Yes. Two options here, Tom. You can knock it the fuck off, or I can knock you the fuck off. You cannot be serious. You intend to play hero? You? Penny Larceny, career criminal? How bizarre. Call it whatever you like. Just call off the bombing. I don't see how you dare to consider yourself a mask with an attitude like that. Where's your honor? Do you really want me letting everyone on Crimer know you're a Cape sympathizer? Go ahead. Tell everyone. Make it abundantly fucking clear what kind of mask I am. Because I am my own kind of mask, and nobody's gonna fucking tell me who to be. Okay, I'm talking a big game, but let's be clear. I am stalling and trying to figure out how to do some heroism. I'm not much of a fighter. I can ambush and sneak and trick, but toe-to-toe against Tom? I don't know. What's the plan? I think you could take him. Have anything you can blackmail him? Some way to convince him to abandon his plan? The bombs are triggered remotely. Can you shut them down, prevent the explosions? Ooh. Violence is never that answer. And yet somehow I'm compelled. You know what? We spent all day wishing we could punch people and not being allowed to punch people. Let's punch people today. I just have a feeling, you know? If boss say run him over, we gotta run him over. I think you could take him. He's easily distracted. Get him ranting and then go for the sucker punch. Alright. I'm going for a sucker punch, but hold on a second. Hey. Delicious ice cream sandwiches. It's the question. The answer isn't always yes, but it's more often than people give it credit for. Like, the pen is mightier than the sword, but you still need a sword for when the pen fails, even though the pen is the stronger option. I remember that guy. That guy was crazy. He held a gun to his own head. What a fucking weirdo. Anyways. You know what? I've got a full head of steam going into this one. So fuck it. Why not? Let's wake up and choose violence. Clearly you don't give a shit about these lefty all these lefty causes you claim to support, given you use violence for your goals. Perfect bait. Get him talking about his motivations. Get him trying to mask-splain me. The pen can also do the sword stuff. Violence is the language of the unheard. A tool to use against the oppressor. There will never be change without violence. All things in nature come with violence. Childbirth is violence. A glorious act of creation in which the... And I swing my lunch tray full force at his jaw. Ow! What the hell? I move smoothly, using a thief's grace to rise from my chair while grasping the back. To whirl it with all my strength right at him. And then he got aerothed. Language of the unheard. You're not unheard. You're not oppressed, you jackass. How dare you paraphrase the king? You're just an asshole looking for any excuse to showboat and cause chaos. Wham, wham, wham. Knocking the detonator out of his hands first and foremost, disabling his ability to fight back second. You know what? I needed this. A little physical outlet for all those frustrations that have built up today. I didn't think I'd be giving a mask a severe and sustained beating with a plastic chair, but hey, here we are. And stay down. Finally, I scoop up his remote detonator and dump it in a nearby trash can. And that's that. I'm really trying not to cross the line. Not to be a murderer. But just absolutely pounding the ever-living shit out of a guy sometimes? Okay. Change it into penny battery, A. And it seems a crimer algorithm like that too. Sweet bonus. I'll leave the battered and dizzy Tom on the floor for mall security to scoop up and bail. Look at us, guys. Look at this. And then I beat the shit out of him with a chair until he stopped moving. You okay, Isaac? I sent you to the mall so you could have a chill day off from the superpowered nonsense. And you would run into 3 heroes and a mega terrorist? Mass life can be like that, my guy. You never quite know what's going to happen. Yeah, but I was really hoping you could have a nice working vacation. Like something simple and relaxing. If it helps, it did provide me with a good opportunity to ponder my life goals. Who I want to be, Master Civvy, or even a cape. I did a little bit of everything today. I think in the end, I'm just me. Whatever I am, as long as it's true to myself, is what I should be. Yeah, as much as I want to claw my way back into civilian life, I'm getting some exposure to all these worlds too. This man is not built for this life, bless him. Enough to see just how fucked up things are for us all. The simple black and white of heroes and villains has never existed. Well, even though you've almost got arrested and or died several times, I'm glad for the outcome. As for the shopping list, 1 bike, 1 pillow, should help my health considerably, getting proper exercise and rest. Don't worry about getting the cheap version of the game, my nephew doesn't need all that extra crud. And you'll snag the Captain Infinity figure. Thanks a bunch, Penny. My nephew's going to be over the moon about that. Oh, and you saved hundreds of lives from an inferno of explosions and shrapnel. I mean, that's not nothing. So let's call it a successful caper. Thanks, Isaac. That's 2 capers in the can for us. Not bad at all. I'm really enjoying working with you. Hell, you're the brightest part of my days lately. You're the brightest of my days too. If that's not too sappy. I don't mind sap. I can be a bit of a romantic at heart. He steps in closer, a gentle smile on his lips. Is this happening? I think it's happening. So, I take the initiative, step up, and kiss him. Hey, don't act surprised now. You know I've been into him since that first job together. He's a damn good kisser. Ah, I lose track of the seconds that go by as we test the limits of that kiss. He only breaks it off when his ethical sense wobbles a little. This is kinda dodgy, with me being your boss. But... partner, not boss. We've basically been equal partners in this nonsense so far, haven't we? But I'm paying you. Overthinking this, my dude. I don't care about money. I care about being partners in crime. Do you feel the same? Guess that's true. May as well keep that partnership going. So, when can I see you again? Zip me another contract on Crimer and I'll come running. If I do want to keep this relationship going, I'd better spend my last Crimer caper on him. Looking forward to it, and maybe outside of criminal shenanigans too. I thought you were a workaholic. Is there a life outside of shenanigans and pouring fluids from one beaker to another? There could be. There definitely could be. But no need to rush it. We're both tired. Let's call it a day. See you soon, Benny. Okay, now jump his bones. Come on, I know you want. That's funny. Okay, now jump his bones. Come on, I know you wanna. Wow, the little angel on my shoulder is horny as fuck, huh? Okay, we can work with this. And I grab him before he can turn away. Yeah, but it still involves the transfer of fluids. I know, just pouring one fluids from one thing to another. Oof. I'm not miming out any more than that. And I grab him before he can turn away. Not so fast. I'm not done with you yet. We still gotta play doctor. Wow, man, really? What? Life comes at you fast, Isaac. If you're a mask, you learn how to move when you need to move. So, do you wanna? If not, that's okay. Well, I mean... yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Can't say I wasn't thinking of it. I just thought that it's high time for my checkup, I'd say. Partners in crime with Dr. Mayhem. I could get used to that. I definitely could. And then flagged for content! Ah, shit! Flawless. Nice. You want to save? Yes, I do. Alright, 1 hour and a half for one caper. If we keep to this pace, we should be okay. Not bad. Alright. Back to it. I will need more water soon. The bubbly is running out. Time doesn't make a lot of sense. It feels like I've been working with Dr. Mayhem for years, but it's really been a few short weeks. The relationship we've begun together, that's also dilating time heavily. Every minute feels like an hour. And the little liaisons we've shared have been bright points on that surprisingly short timeline, too. Mere weeks and my head's already spinning. I find myself a little giddy and lightheaded from it all. It's not surprising. I learned long ago to embrace life and every opportunity it throws your way. Because you don't know when the things you love will be taken away. Sorry, I'm probably totally depressing right now. I think we're going to talk about my mom in a second. Can't deny. Just because you lost them doesn't mean you'll keep losing. It's not inevitable. I know. I don't want to be a pessimist or give in to anxiety, but take when you can while you can, right? Because life for a mask means being ready to accept there. It can be... because life for a mask means being ready to accept that it can all go away. That's less fatalism and more pragmatism, I think. And 10 years ago, which feels like 10 weeks, not years, I definitely lost big time. And then we're gonna talk, I'm just gonna skip a little bit ahead. So the short version is Penny's parents all died during one night, and it was awful. And we saw that once, and it was very, very tragic. So we're gonna skip ahead. Yeah, it's cool, I understand. You want to feel comfortable, don't my pain, you're the importance. Stealing Serum 23 from a continuum lab, the caper that ended their lives. Mom injected me with the serum, which put your voice in my head, way to give some guidance after she was gone. 10 years. Thinking about that, even if the story's a sad one, I'm in a much better place now, aren't I? I'm back in the swing of things as a mask, I've got cool new bosses to work with, Gibson and I are making this crimer thing happen, and all along, you've watched over me for her, just like she wanted. Thank you. I don't know if I'd be here now if not for you. I just hope I've done a good job raising you. I know I can't replace your mother. Hey, nobody's perfect. I mean, I've made plenty of mistakes along the way myself. This is funny. So I saw this in the Discord. Someone was like, "Hey, there's a typo in the game." It's like, no, that was intentional. I was like, oh shit, it was a joke. Oh, I didn't get that. Oh. And I'm not expecting you to be the new Loretta Larceny, but what you contributed, it's valuable. It's welcomed, and I'm thankful. Okay, I've been lying in bed long enough. We're gonna burning daylight soon. It's time to log into Crimer. Oh no, is that tears? It's time to log into Crimer and pick my last keeper. Like on the queue for Dr. Mayhem since, well, Isaac and I got a good thing going, aren't we? But if I'm not that serious about it, I could go work for someone else today. You'd understand. Busy adults, busy schedules. Whom do I want to fight crime with? We're gonna fight crime with Isaac! Dr. Mayhem. Alright, well, we gotta double something up then. Which one shall we do, but do it differently? Forbidden line goes up again. Oh right, the crypto bro. That would be fun. This one's a lot of work. I don't know if I have the energy for that one, right? I love it. Don't copy that. Floppy is an amazing caper. Let's ruin the crypto bros. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. No need to consult my phone. I've got the route to Isaac's hideout memorized. It lets you skip a caper if you've done it before. Oh, okay. That does simplify things now, doesn't it? That does speed things up because then we can get to the nitty gritty. When I arrive, some soothing recorded music fills the air. Isaac's sitting on the floor on a cheap yoga mat, trying to focus on the sound. Always down to make crypto bros cry, right? Okay, I guess we'll do a little bit, but we'll see. Imagine yourself in a happy little world under a happy little sky. Happy birds are singing. Oh, they sing such a lovely song. John, hello. How you doing, man? Disappear that them apes. All is calm and bright, and you don't have a care in the world. Everything is peaceful. Everything is according to your design. And look, over by that happy little tree, it's your enemies, and they're all on fire. Aren't those happy little screams so soothing, so relaxing, knowing you have destroyed all who oppose you, and they will be long forgotten? Now imagine a happy little doomsday weapon, pointed at the United Nations. This is not relaxing me. Brother says hello. Hey, hello! Are you guys building right now? John, Mr. Otaku Driver, is building his second computer very, very soon for his brother, who I expect has paid for the parts and just needs his wonderful brother's knowledge and handiwork. Who are we setting on fire? It's a good question. This is not relaxing to me. I popped the audio tape out of his cheap boombox, checking the label. Guided meditation for day-to-day supervillain stress. Why are you listening to this? I'm trying to use the power of relaxation techniques to get my anger and frustration under control. Someone on Crime recommended this to me. About that. Oh no! Never mind on that computer build. Yeah, I wouldn't take any advice from anyone on Crimer. Myself included. I'm horrible at advice. Nonsense. You're the most level-headed mask I know. That's really not saying much considering how low the bar has been set by the mask community. But hey, I'm glad to see you're doing the work. Emotional labor is difficult, but worthwhile. Yeah, I really don't know who I've become since ending up an outlaw. In terms of my emotional reactions to stress, I mean. Believe it or not, I was pretty chill when I was younger. Even when life sucked, I could roll with it pretty easily. Bad dim slop on the motherboard. I need to grab a new one in the morning. Bitch! Okay, so we're not scrapping the project, we just gotta work it. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to do that. But this ongoing chain of misfortune has really shaken my stability, and I really, really do not like it. I know it's going to take some work, so I'm trying to find a therapist to help me through it. Great, I think it's the right move. Problem is finding a therapist I can trust not to immediately call the cops, being a wanted outlaw and all that. Yeah, that's fucked up. Well, hopefully warranties are a thing that can be honored. Well, that's funny. I've got the multiple channels, but I'm still only running on 16. Maybe I'll add 2 more sticks later, but not today. You're not a violent mask, though. Not really a threat to yourself and others, even with your recent outbursts. Drinks don't have to throw you to the wolves unless they think there's an immediate danger. And any actual legitimate mayhem done in your name has been through me. And you'd know I'd never snitch. Good point. I'm relatively clean aside from the corporate espionage. And you've done right by me all this time. In fact, there's a dangerous mission I was hesitant to offer you, but maybe I can trust you with it. You know I'm down for anything. What's the job? Meeting my parents. And my brother and sisters. And my aunties. So many aunties. Oh shit! We're at that stage in our relationship already. I may have talked you up to them as one of the few bright spots in my life right now. And they want to make sure you're good for me. It was an old motherboard. Okay. I'm hesitant to do it, not because of you. I know you can smooth talk your way through any interrogation, friendly or otherwise. Browsers and shit are such RAM hogs these days. Fuck, maybe I should buy more RAM. Alright. That's on the Boxing Day list. Maybe Black Friday. We have that now in Canada. But I haven't been home in some time, not since becoming a mask. I know they love and support me, but it feels like a bad idea. You know what I mean, right? Yeah, I think I know what he means. Oh, he's wanted outlaw. Maybe it's not an exception, but what about the community? What if people trusted him? Motherboard's not the worst part of the thing. I do love Boxing Day. I don't miss having to work Boxing Day ever again, now that I'm a full-timer. It's too expensive to work on Boxing Day now. Man, I have dealt with some bullshit, though, on Boxing Days. Ugh, I don't miss that. He already feels like his life's gone off the rails. Going home a failure has to be humiliating. It's gotta suck, knowing that you're coming home an outlaw instead of a celebrated healer. I get it. Even if they love you unconditionally, it's like admitting defeat. 150 is... Like, it still hurts, but that's definitely not the worst. So... Damn, man. Yeah, I mean, that part sucks. This isn't how I wanted my life to go. They supported hopes and dreams that are now in ruins. I'm not sure I should go back until I can find myself a solid redemption arc. And I get that desire, honestly. Don't return until your head's held high. But how long will that take? How long before you're a civilian again? Assuming it's even possible. Maybe you shouldn't wait. Just bite the bullet and see your family again, knowing it's not ideal, it's not perfect. They love you, and they won't care if you're a mask or not. So don't put it off. Make it happen. I could be waiting a very, very long time if I refuse to go home before I'm... I touched the cable. I could be waiting a very long time if I refuse to go home before I'm cleared of all wrongdoing. Okay, thanks for the advice, Penny. I'll set things up. Takahata 101 doing a doctor cosplay. A little bit. Man, those guys have rolled themselves into so much shit lately. That's funny. Just again, as Vancouver convention people, we did know that man personally to a degree. Like we've gone to parties, the same parties. We've celebrated birthdays with this guy. Not with him, but like he came to people's parties, birthdays. He's I wouldn't rank him as some of my favorite people in the convention scene. Just say, Mr. Curtis.
No, I know some things, so...
Ash knows a lot more than I do. This is true. Ash has done the hair for partners of Mr. Taka.
I did his once.
Oh yeah, he did do his once, yeah.
And he said some interesting things, and then he's also said done some bad things. So.
Yeah. Which then goes back to, man, is everyone in this community a piece of shit? Kind of. I'll leave it at that because I got nothing to back this up. He's sober now, so maybe he isn't as bad as then. Maybe. Like, I mean, if he's a better person now, then awesome. At this point, like, I don't talk to him. I haven't seen the man in person in like damn near 10 years. So you know what? I'm not gonna be like, oh man, you guys know Team 4-Star? Yeah, I totally know those guys. Like, no, I really don't. I really don't. Interesting. I wonder. That said, I suppose a lot of us have done shit, so, you know, if he's doing better, cool. I'd rather that be the case than not. Things you don't want to hear on stream. Anyways. Thanks for the advice. I'll set things up. But maybe don't literally go home. Find a place to meet, even if they accept you. Others may not. And that's all kinds of risky. Yeah, that's a valid point. Maybe a restaurant or something. You're just packed with good ideas today, aren't you? You get the impression the TFS guys have really mellowed out over the years, and I'm personally fine with just operating under that assumption. Unless the Mignonist shit comes out. You got a pleasant experience, so leave it at that. Yeah, that's totally fine. Yep. That said, like, the amount of people in this... Again, this is also just true for us in general, as people in this, like, convention cosplay community in Vancouver, is that our circle's really, really small now. Like, we know lots and lots of people. Not a whole lot of people I'd trust with my life. Milo is generally a cinnamon roll of a human. Yeah, I don't think he's ever gotten himself into any real shit. So this is also true. This is also true. That's like we are not big enough time to have to be careful about how we say about things that we know that we can't back up. There is this one. There is this one other guy though. Anyways, you're just packed with good ideas, aren't you? I'm glad I can help you. You're important to me, Isaac, and we're partners in more than crime, aren't we? Yeah, definitely partners in more than one way. So, my future involves event coordination and restaurant reservations. And how's your future doing? Highly illegal, probably. I mean, you still got one more outing with me on Crimer, yeah? I mean, beyond today, beyond one crime or another. Maybe this is a lot to ask, but I'm curious. I'd like to work with you long term after your Crimer account expires. But, are you good with that? What are your future plans? I don't want to push your own hope and dreams aside in favor of mine. You're an equal in this. I don't really, have plans. Or try to have plans. Plan is a risky thing. Instead, I'd say... hey, I remember this question. Maybe it's time to start planning a future. You can only live in crisis mode for so long. Yeah, I goof off and have fun and love to keep things light, but I've got huge wads of trauma in my past. And I can't keep that pain going forever. You follow some people that are in Martin's friend circle, and there's a call out going around about him and TFS regarding people they used to be in touch with. That their personal involvement was heavily exaggerated, and the person who wrote the post backed off, I think. Maybe that's the thing I saw. I know there was like a big thing that popped out, and there was like a lot of posts and like a lot of text to read about things and statements. So I was like, I wonder what happened with those guys. But also I was like, I'm not that invested in them, so it's okay. I don't know what my future is, but I should probably plan one. Maybe it's wrong to assume that plans will collapse. It's unhealthy to have no long-term goals beyond survival. So, I don't honestly know what my future holds. But I know it's coming, and I need to be ready. I'm at risk of falling face first into the systems of the rich and powerful. I'm at risk of falling face first into the systems the rich and powerful have set up for us. Endless grinds and loops. I need to be careful I don't stay in crisis mode forever. I need to find my own escape route. Thanks. You give me a lot to think about. I promise I'll figure out my future before I get here. I started on one path, a path that felt solid and unassailable. Get a degree, get a job, do the work, cure cancer. I've hit bumps, but I'm determined to get back on that path. And I'm glad to hear you're crafting a path of your own. Okay, I've stalled long enough. We really do need to get on with the crime. But after the crime's all crimed, I'd be okay with spending some non-crime time with you. I'd like that too. It's good to see your boyfriend outside of work. Oh, I've advanced to the rank of boyfriend. So soon. Life moves fast. Grab on and don't let go. I won't let go if you don't. But that's for later. For now, crime. What do you got? Line goes up. Mission briefing. If I'm going to cure cancer using gene therapy, I need to run simulations first. Lots and lots of simulations. The kind of computing hardware needed to do that isn't cheap. With no major lab backing my efforts, I gotta roll on my own. Fortunately, I know where we can steal a bunch of math crunching hardware, and arguably a societal good to do it too. We're gonna swipe computing gear from cryptocurrency miners. Sure thing! Question: what's cryptocurrency? How do you not know about this? It was the hottest tech trend of the last decade. Look, Gibson does the computer stuff, so I don't gotta. I'm the one who sneaks around and picks locks and stuff while he does the cat in the chair tech support. I mean, I've vaguely heard of cryptocurrency. It's like money, right? Except it's digital and stuff. Crypto and extremely terrible idea, which should never have become a thing in the first place, are synonyms. It requires piles and piles of computer hardware and enough electricity for an entire nation state to dredge up imaginary money. Crypto is basically rolling coal for nerds. Runs out of a JCPenney with alarms behind her. Now, the facility I'm thinking of hijacking does other stuff too. I said gene therapy. They're smart enough to not go all crypto all the time. But they're still scumlords, and I'm perfectly fine with stealing some from scumlords. We're going to put their hardware to better use. Genetic folding simulations for my cancer research. Steal a bunch of computers. Got it. Could have just said that in the first place. I wanted you to understand why we're stealing from these particular assholes, though. Dude, you're a mask. You don't need to be convoluted. You don't need a convoluted justification for why your crime is okay, actually. It's not my life's ambition to go full throttle masked, remember? I want to do some good, or close enough to good at any rate. Would you rather have stolen computers from orphans and shit? Okay, I get it. Hang on, I've already seen this particular caper. I think I've done this heist before. Can I skip it? Okay. I think for the sake of time, I'm gonna skip this. I did run through this caper on the epic 10-hour run I did on the launch day for Penny Larceny. So if anyone's curious, it is still on YouTube, the archive, because Twitch doesn't love us enough to keep it longer than that. I think I've seen this done. Can I skip it? What? Huh? Wait, this is because of your weird timeline powers, right? You already know what's coming up? No spoilers! I mean, if you want to skip all this and let me take care of it, we can do that. But if you skip it, you'll miss what happens when we do the same heist for different bosses and make different choices. This is true also. You could earn more Crimer stars, or heck, embrace chaos and see how things go if we earn fewer stars. I want to play this out or skip ahead. For sake of time, I'm going to skip ahead. I'll skip it. Sure, I don't want you to be bored. Let me handle this for you. See you on the other side. And then we fucked with the crypto bros, and it was awesome. I can see... see the edge of my room. Look at this data. Look at it. It's amazing. I barely crunched for an hour and I'm already leagues ahead of where I was in my research. The results are promising. Great. So cancer is cured? Not yet. Not for a long time. I have a lot of simulations to run, trials to design, and further research to do. Can't rush science. Thanks to your efforts, I'll have the resources to do this right. Thanks a bunch, Gibson. And to you, Benny. Woohoo! I got top... Hold on. I got top billing. Well deserved. And now a victory nap. Mind if I curl up in one of those desks, Doc? Mikasa Sukasa. Go right ahead. Gib hops down, crosses the room like he owns the place, and curls up for a well-deserved rest. So, that marks the end of the road for you on Crimer, huh? Yeah, my free account's expired as of now. I'm back to scraping the barrel for whatever work I can get. Or we just keep on working together. I mean, that's an option. We already have a strong relationship going. meaning a lovey-dovey thing. I mean, okay, that, but also a working relationship. Everything's moving faster than I'm used to, but that's okay. This feels right. I feel calmer, more focused when I'm with you. And if Trimer doesn't want you anymore, well, I'll happily have you at my side. Aww, that's sweet of you, Isaac. I'm not one to say no to a good thing. Okay, I'm on board. And you know, we can have some fun even outside of crime time. Funny. I was about to ask about that. Want to go out on our first official date? I mean, maybe smash and grab counts as a date in the mask world, but I'm talking candles, good food, wine, the whole bit. We have wine. Do I want wine? Maybe. Only if you ask me properly. Make me swoon. Come on, let's hear it. I mean, I'm a little crusty, but... And he makes a sweeping, gentlemanly bow. Miss Penny Larceny, will you do me the honor of going out with me for a lovely evening on the town? Yeah, okay. I mean, why, Mr. Isaac Marquez, I would be delighted and honored to enjoy a romantic evening with you. And then we can fuck. Yeah. Alright, that too. I mean, that part's pretty damn good, too. Pick you up at 8 tomorrow? You have a car? It's a subcompact hatchback, but it legally counts as a car. I'd rent a limo, but I'm not exactly rolling in cash. Oh, bless, we're fixing him! Yay, fucking! Nah, no need, I'll be ready at 8. See you then, Isaac. And I'll be seeing you again soon, Benny. One door closes, another opens. No more Crimer, but I've got this whirlwind romance with Isaac now. The promise of more work is appealing, but more than the jobs, I just really want to see him again. And again. And again. I may not know what my distant future holds, but here and now, I'm happy. I'm the happiest thief in the world. Do. Rating good. Line goes up. Save the game. So much cheating. That took us 26 minutes. Nice. Alright, one more to go. Let's do this. And then gotta go to bed because working in the morning and I will probably not go to bed right away. We all know this. Let's not pretend. With my Crimer job access expiring, so ends the era of Penny Larceny, gig economy supervillain. And begins the rise of Penny Larceny, lab assistant. Full-time work partnership, and believe it or not, a full-time boyfriend. That's a hell of a thing, more than I ever expected. And I have a date. An actual date! With wine and other classy shit. It's been so long since I had a date, and wow, was it a disaster. 4 people went to the emergency room. Damn. Let's hope tonight's romantic sojourn is a bit less injury-prone. I'm gearing up and getting ready to go when Doc Mayhem pulls up in his 20-year-old lemon of a car. Aw. Hey, Gib, how do I look? Charming and sophisticated and stuff? You look like you're about to rob a train in an undercranked 1920s silent movie. Perfect. Shouldn't you be dressing up nicer for your date? Hey, it's important he knows he's not dating a fancy pants type. More honest that way. Ah, he's here. Great. Hey there. Ready to go? Yeah, I'm ready. I've been looking forward to this a lot, Isaac. Humans and their mating rituals. Sheesh. If you need me, I'll be mid-laning tonight on the ladder. I have no idea what that means. Me either. Just smile and nod your head. Let's get moving then. Fucking, I can't do this accent, this word in this accent. Destructors awaits. We squeeze into his garbage car and roll off into the night. Ah, good old Destructo's Bar and Grill. You'd think a mask hangout would be a seedy and vile affair, but nobody actually wants a seedy and vile affair after a hard day's criming. You just want a calm atmosphere, good drinks, and people who understand your troubles. which makes it coincidentally a lovely place for a date. It's very chill and pleasant, with one drawback. I feel ridiculous dressed like this for a date. Don't worry about it. Costumes are encouraged at Destructos. Keeps the normies out if they ever manage to find the place. Besides, you get used to the mask eventually. Take it from me. I don't wear a mask. It's what do you call it? A colloquialism. The costume, the mask, the motif, the statement of who you are, standing in defiance. Last time we were at Destructos, you told me you dressed like this to find acceptance in the mask community, right? This place is the beating heart of that community, so hey, it fits. True, I do want to uphold the standards out of respect, even if I don't think of myself as a mask. Want an insider tip? A lot of masks don't think they're masks. Masks are complicated. It's a label, a stereotype, but also kind of an identity. Like, if society calls us masks, we'll wear it with pride despite them, even if we don't always agree. So, did you reserve a table? Of course! Called ahead, made arrangements. This way, my dear. If my dear isn't laying it on too thick. I giggle a little and offer my arm so he can lead us to our cozy little table. We have a seat and peruse the wine menu. Gotta give it to Destructo, the dude loves to collect various wines. I'm sensing some kind of allegory. I have no idea what wine is a good wine. What pairs well with a mad scientist and cat burglar on their first proper date? I think a nice red goes with that. Oh, we have red. I got a sack of red wine over there. I'll take your word for it. Nonsense. I'm a safe, apolitical corporate game developer. Yeah? Our drinks are delivered promptly as we settle in and get comfy. That's another YouTuber, your boy Roshi. Ash has been watching a lot of him and his I think wife Shira, and that's like their thing. This and it's creeping into my normal dialogue, like everything else that happens after I watch a bunch of YouTube. Yeah, this is nice, you know. I rarely get to talk to anyone outside of a job. Agreed. It's something I've learned the hard way. You need a life beyond your work. Otherwise, what are you working for? To cure cancer and save the world? Well, I mean, yeah, there's that. That's important to me. And sometimes I worry I push myself too hard, becoming a workaholic because any moment not spent on my research is wasted time. But that's not healthy. No matter how important your work, you'll need to be yourself outside of a work context eventually. So what do you do outside of work then? Me? I read whodunit mystery novels. To solve the mystery, huh? Actually, the opposite. I want to train myself to not solve every mystery in front of me. So I force myself to just relax and enjoy the tale unfolding. I got this bad habit of trying to solve every problem, you know. Like, a friend would come to me wanting to vent emotionally, and I'd sit there saying, okay, you should do this to fix it. Sometimes people just want to sit and feel things. Sometimes it's not all about needing an engineer, a scientist, or problem solver. Sometimes it's just about needing a friend. And by reading mystery books and not trying to puzzle them out, I learn to listen. Wow, that's a deeply personal hobby you've got there. And thanks for hearing it out. So, what's your deeply personal hobby? Only fair you tell me. Well, you're gonna think I'm a colossal nerd. I grew up fascinated by genetics and biochemistry. I am already a colossal nerd. Try me. Comic books. I collect comic books. That's my deeply personal hobby. Seriously? Whoa. Darn it, my nerdiness is exposed and now you don't want to date me, just as I predicted. No, I'm not judging. How dare you insidiously insert your agenda into this work? I'm just surprised you'd want more of all of this. You already live a comic book life. Isn't comic collecting like an accountant taking home extra spreadsheets for fun? I'm so apolitical, I don't even have agenda. Holy shit. I need a context where I can steal that line. That's amazing. I am so apolitical, I don't even have agenda. Also, my facial hair is long enough that I can actually grab it, and that's crazy. I haven't buzzed it down in a couple weeks. It's pretty funny. Well, how to explain? The comic books you see on shelves, they're focused on the heroes, right? Writers and artists talk to capes, get their stories, write them down. Grand adventures against terrible masks, good defeating evil, the whole 9 yards. But it's largely lies, boasting and puffery by capes, making them look good and making us look bad. So I like to collect the books so I can see how the world sees us. It helps me maintain perspective. Nothing keeps ego in check like becoming a cartoon. I don't just grab any old book though. I look for one starring people I know. My family, my friends, sometimes me. Mayhem, you're getting meta, shut. You've been in comics? I haven't heard of any Penny Larceny comic lines. Yeah, no, I'm never the title character. I'm usually the one-shot filler story between arcs. And they always get me so wrong. A few times my mother was featured, back when she was active, well, they definitely got her wrong. Like she's some cackling harpy. The only ongoing Big 2 comic I'm currently reading is Poison Ivy, but go off. It's kind of depressing. But also good to know that at least someone will remember me in some way, right? Oh, you could set the record straight. No, we don't get to choose who writes our legacies, not even capes. Not much you can do. Maybe you'll be able to read the adventures of Penny Larceny and Dr. Mayhem in the future. Wonder if there'll ever be a comic starring us eventually. How is anything we've done comic worthy? I'm just furthering my research. Through crime and shenanigans, we could be a fun duo. If any of the comic publishing houses wanted to do a mask-focused run, I mean... That was not the correct delivery of that line. If any of the comic publishing houses wanted to do a mask-focused run, I mean... There, record that one. Honestly, I'd prefer not to be immortalized as a mad scientist. I want to go down as the guy who cures cancer, remember? Trust me, any memorial beats zero memorial. At least stories were actually written about my mom. They got a lot of details wrong, but she's a legend. I'm not in this for fame, not exactly. I don't want social media followers or my name in lights. But I do want to be remembered in some way. I want to honor my family legacy. I don't want the Larceny line to die with me. Oh, you want to be a mother then? Oh shit, I mean, okay, that came off as way too forward and creepy and not the first date discussion. Likeness rights aren't really a thing in this universe, I don't know. Relax, relax, I get it. One topic flows to the next, that's good. That shows we got chemistry. And, I mean, I've considered it. It's an option for my future, if a remote one. Who needs the hassles? You're doing fine. I think it'd be nicely poetic, considering the good relationship you had with your mother. Isn't it way too early to talk about raising kids with Isaac? This conversation comes up so fast. It's okay. I remember we were all joking around. We were just like, man, this is gonna be the generation of all the beige babies. Alas, we're all poor. Among many other things. I know, right? And, okay, this is no slight against my mother, but I'd do a little better. I wouldn't raise my kid to be a thief. I didn't really have a choice. The family business was going to be my business. That's it. Or, nope, I didn't really have a choice. The family business was going to be my business. That's it. But I'd give my potential kid a choice. Emphasis on potential, because that's all this is. Problem is, the idea is moot if I can't stop living hand to mouth and scraping by. I'd need to actually provide for a family, you know? Ultimate Spider-Man, where you, in order to enforce a trademark, you'd have to expose your civilian identity, so technically the companies are violating it all the time, and you can't just do anything about it. Oh, is that what they started doing with Ultimate? That's cute. You know, Ultimate gets crapped on a lot, but actually, I have a lot of Ultimate comics on my wall. I have like the 3 Ultimates runs, and I've got a whole bunch of Ultimate X-Men. Just they were fun. They were fun. It's weird if I can't stop living into that. But in this economy, plants are the new pets. Pets are the new children, and kids are only if you have massive disposable income. Ultimates sucked shit, but Ultimates fighting was alright. I think Ultimates was just you wanted to see what they would do next. So there's like, okay, a new take on the old characters, but in a modern day, and they're edgy. So it's like Hulk is still the Hulk, but also he's a raging like hormone monster, and he eats people. It's like Steve Rogers is the soldier he always was, even stronger than the regular one, but also he's a massive conservative, like right winger. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, basically the same. Quicksilver maybe runs even faster than the old one. Also, they're definitely incesting. It's just like Ultimates, just fucking just Ultimates. The only version where they made Tony Stark nicer, more relatable. That's Mark Miller. Hey. I mean, like, you go back and you read it, you're just like, man, what was going on back then? Like, it's not so mad that you don't want to read it. It's like, it's enough car crash. You're like, I need to know what the fuck these guys did. What did we do with this? It's like, remember that one issue of comics where Hank Pym hit his wife and that became his personality for the rest of time? What if we did that in Ultimates, but like times 1,000? Man, just Ultimate Hank Pym. I'm so distracted right now. But in this kind of you have massive disposable income. Yeah, my parents really had to grind to provide for us, and even then, they had to take out that dodgy ass loan for my schooling. Wish we'd never signed that yellow stack of forms. Wish I'd found another way. Can't change the past, Isaac, but if we can get our lives on track, if we could provide a good home, I think I'd adopt. I was an orphan once. I know what that's like. I'd want to provide a good home to someone in need. I'd like that. I really would. Volunteering to be a dad, then? I mean, I'm not trying to pressure you or to plan too far ahead. We only just started. You were so easy to rattle, and it's kind of funny. Chill, man. I get it. Right. I don't want to blow this date, or this relationship for that matter. Dude's greatest talent is making comics the premises so inherently engaging that everyone wants to make movies out of them, and then fill them with fucked up edgelord garbage that this no sane adaptation would touch with a 40-foot pole. And they printed that shit. They've got a universe number. You and I, we get along so well. I'm so calm around you. Like, everything just fits. And I guess I'm saying, like, if we can keep this rolling, if we come to find this actually works for us long term, then I promise that talking family one day won't scare me off. You got my word on that. I'm glad to hear it. Good wine, good company, maybe even a future. It's a good sign that we're both willing to explore what life could be like for us. Alright, video games. Shit. Being with Isaac gives me hope. Hope that we can be something new, something wonderful together. 2 hours slide by easily, the two of us laughing, chatting, sharing personal thoughts. Things just flow so easily between Isaac and me. I'm even picking up his accent a little bit. That's weird. Just. But eventually it's time to call it a night. Even hardened criminals need their beauty sleep. Leaving one last conundrum. So, do we split the check? Am I picking it up? What's the protocol here? All the pocket money I have comes from you, thanks to our jobs together. So in a way, you're already funding this date, right? You know what? We'll keep it simple. I'll pay. He passes his credit card to a member of the wait staff, then sits back to wait. And moments later, it comes back in pieces. What the? Did you just cut up my card? It was cancelled, sir. Your bank refused the charge and told us to cut up the card. Oh god, please don't kill me. What the fuck? Used to angry supervillain is taking their wrath out on the staff, despite a strict destructive policy not to do that. The waiter makes himself scarce, as Isaac takes deep breaths. Visualize a happy little field, happy little trees, all your enemies on fire. Skip that last part and try again. Happy little field. As his phone beeps at him, incoming text. Which is odd, since he doesn't have any friends I know of. Don't look, just in case it's bad news. That's the ringtone of my parents. Sorry, I have to check this. And glasses at the larger paragraph of text on his phone before basically exploding. Alien on their mortgage? Now the fucking bank is going after my family because of my debts? Isaac, no. Dr. Mayhem gets more and more livid. I play by their rules. I try to do this the right way like a good little citizen, but it's never enough for them. Okay. Isaac, remember? Deep breaths. Happy little trees. I'm trying to save humanity, and these shit lords who ran up the whole pole with a student loan I could never repay just care about their bottom line. And now they come after my parents? That's it. I've had it. This is absolute fucking bullshit. What do they want from me? Blood? Do they want blood? Then I'm gonna get bloody. These bastards will rue the fucking day they thought they could control Dr. Mayhem. Isaac! Fortunately, my outburst interrupts his rant. This is not who you want to be. Remember? Fuck. I think I need to be alone right now. I've got to think this through. I'm sorry, Penny. I need to go. Okay. But if you do want to sit and feel things like you said, I can listen too. I care about you. No, I'm past the point of feeling things. In this case, I need to be the problem solver. It's time I finally put a stop to this. Oh. He excuses himself from his seat and walks out of Destructo's. I don't like where this is going. He was finally finding his groove, figuring things out. Now the bank's gone and pumped up the mayhem in the doctor. Isaac may end up needing me to solve some problems too. Like the problem of busting him out of prison. Wait a second, he's my righty. Shit. Fortunately, I can just call a getaway rideshare back to my hideout. But damn, he definitely lost focus if he completely forgot that. But there's no time to hold against him. The best I can do is try to reach out to him and wait for him to be ready to reach back. And maybe try to search the couch cushions for bail money. Hours passed, waiting to hear back from him. Eventually I went to sleep because, well, what else was I gonna do? Get up, have some breakfast, despite groceries running thin, and keep on waiting. Reread some comics for comfort, keep on waiting. Until finally... a job? He's asking you to do a job for him. That's it? He said he wanted to solve the problem. I guess he has a solution in mind. Penny, I know you love the guy, but this is risky. You see that, right? If you follow him into hell, I might be the only one who can keep him from ending up there. I'm going to his hideout to see this through. And you're expecting me to run comms and tech for this, no doubt. If you don't wanna. Penny, you're my only family. If this is what you want, I'll back you. If only to keep you safe. Just be careful, okay? Okay. Thank you, Shadow Lord Hellclaw. You can call me Gibson. It's cool. He's so cute. Mission: suplex the entire Supreme Court. One rideshare later, and I'm at the basement hideout of Dr. Mayhem, ready to face what's to come. I'm expecting to see smashed equipment, signs of his anger, or even a giant wall of crazy full of post-its and colored string. But no, he's calmly sitting at his computer, browsing a website. Hey, Isaac, everything good? As good as can be reasonably expected? Hey, Penny, take a look at these. He gestures to the webpage for Gold Fidelity Capital Savings and Loans. When I was... that's the wrong accent. When I was young, I used the loan services of Gold Fidelity to get money for my tuition. That's our target. Breaking the bank. Mission briefing. Oh yeah, let's do this. Okay, so I robbed the bank for you. Simple. Easy. Done. I know I keep calling it a bank, but really it's a financial corporation. There's no vault full of cash to rob. Instead, what I want is two things. First, we erase my debt. Mark it as paid, close out the account, call off the dogs harassing my family. Okay, physical infiltration to gain access to their systems, computer hacking to modify records. No problem, given I can handle that. I'm just glad to hear you aren't looking for violent revenge against them for screwing you over. You aren't looking for violent revenge against them for screwing you over. This is the Anakin Padme meme. You aren't looking for violent revenge against them for screwing you over, right? That's the second thing I want your help with. Today's Mayhem movie recommendation, Office Space. They went after my family, Penny. My family. That shit cannot go unanswered. We wipe away the debt, and we wipe Gold Fidelity off the map. Show them what it means to cross me. They want Dr. Mayhem. Fine. They get Dr. Mayhem. Hell yeah, we destroy a physical empire. That's putting us on the map. Penny's not gonna like this. Hell yeah, we destroy a physical empire? That's putting us on the map. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, eat the rich. Okay, I get it. But you gotta be careful how you get on the map. Isaac's whole thing is avoiding being a typical mask, right? Let's not encourage masky excesses. Okay. We can dial it back a bit. Thanks for understanding. I got my own lines I won't cross. That doesn't change for him or you. Okay, timeout. There's Mayhem, and then there's Mayhem. I'm willing to help you, but there are lines I don't cross, and neither should you. Right now, you're only in the books for some fraud and various wacky misdemeanors. Nothing overtly violent. Don't go down that path, Isaac. If I don't do anything, they're just going to keep doing this again and again. I'm not saying do nothing. I'm saying do the smart thing. You're a smart guy. Do the smart thing. You keep telling me you don't want to be a lifer, a full-time career mask like me. You want a way out? But this isn't the path. I care about you, Isaac, and you care about me. Hopefully enough to respect my point of view on this kind of stuff. This line is giving me Sarah Connor Chronicles, Sarah Connor Chronicles, because there was a good scene that was very similar to that. Did you guys watch that? That was a fun show. I enjoyed that show. Of course, I care about you too. Good, because that's the only way this can work. If I'm free to warn you when I feel like you're going too far. Don't expect obedience. I'm going to challenge you when you're straying from what you said you want to be. If we do this, we design the strategy together. We'll save your bacon and punish them, absolutely. But cleverly, with skill above all. If that's good with you, we'll do this. Yeah, you're right. Okay. That show definitely got better in the later seasons. Pity got canceled, yeah. I was specifically thinking of the scene. Remember, beginning of season 2 when Cameron is like going nutsos, and they pinned her with the truck, and then John was knocking the chip out of her head, and it's just Cameron just going up to like, John, this is wrong. You're doing the wrong thing. This is wrong. Everything's fine now. I ran a test. It's fine. I ran a test. You don't have to do this. And then she starts going into like, I ran a test. I'm fine now. And it's like, I don't want to go. And this is her mom Sarah's just like, John, what are you doing? I just heard Karen at the end. I love you, John. I love you, and you love me. And he still has knocked the chip out of her head. Summer Glau is a charm, and she did very good in that show, and I enjoyed that. I was just like, after watching this, he's like, this is intense shit. I respect you, and we'll hear you out if you object to any part of this. Okay, good. And as your advisor, I suggest the most prudent course of action would be to have you take out a loan. What? You also want to be in debt to these sharks? Ah, 'tis a ruse, of course. A way to use my case as a Trojan horse to track through their systems and find your case. I'll go to Gold Fidelity, posing as a hopeful young student just like you were, and bait the hook. You know my process. Case the joint, perform the heist. We do not rush into kicking down the door and unleashing hell, okay? It take 3 seasons for John to become, like, kind of technically smart until the whining crazy. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm gonna assume they were expecting more seasons and therefore they had more time. Like, I'm okay with the slow burn John Connor. You know, like, he got his hair cut at the beginning of season 2 and all that. But yeah, it is what it is. We're not rushing to kicking the door and unleashing hell. Okay. As long as we put this to bed once and for all. That's the plan. Let's get scheming, Doc. I've got a loan to secure. Breaking the bank. Casing the joint. This is going to take some improvisation. I need to get a lay of how their loan system works, some starting points for my late night caper with lockpicks and stuff. That is not the right delivery at all. Which brings us to Gold Fidelity. Not your traditional neighborhood bank with tellers and such. This is a loan and finance company. And here's me in this button-down corporate fiscal empire looking like a tourist. Comms check, 1-2. Reading you fine. You sure I shouldn't have dressed up a bit nicer for this? I was wearing a hoodie and jeans when I rolled up asking for money. We need the same variables and controls for this experiment. Repeatable results from repeatable actions. We follow the same path I did and see what happens. Okay. Good to see you getting into the heist. You're fun when you're all sciencey. I'll play the role of hopeful but financially strapped dreamer. Not a hard character for me to slip into, honestly. After waiting a good long while in the lobby, I'm now sitting in front of a standard office desk, waiting for the loan official to show up. And of course it's her! And she hurries over, carrying a fresh cup of coffee with her. Gives me a bright smile and offers a handshake before sitting down. So sorry for the delay. It's been very busy this afternoon. It's okay. I don't mind the wait. I'll be your financial advisor today. How may I help you? The advisor. Capitalism. Turn down the ambient sound effects track a bit. Sure. I will just... as soon as we get options again. She's like an evil nurse joy. Nurse misery. Alright, we'll just drop the game audio. That should be fine. Matchmaker again. She sure does get around. Ah, that's better. Okay. Matchmaker. The King in Yellow's right-hand woman? No, she's not wearing a mask or a cape. Different person. She's wearing a lanyard and a photo ID. I hardly think a criminal mastermind would dare to wear that. It calls too much attention. The advisor wakes up her computer and logs in, loading up various bits of software providing the 21st century equivalent of loan paperwork. And conveniently dumps her password directly into the hidden USB keylogger I plugged in while waiting for her. All according to Keikaku. Translator note, Keikaku means plan. Gibson's gonna have a field day with this one. We'll sneak in tonight and use that access to zero out Isaac's loan. In the high-res version of the artwork, the lanyard identity card reads Matchmaker. That's funny as shit. So, Miss Heather Daring, is it? Tell me what brings you here today. I've been thinking I need to improve my career prospects. I've got a GED, but what's holding me back is a lack of college diploma. I've heard good things about Gold Fidelity helping other students like me find their dreams. It's true. We're one of the leading providers of educational loans in the nation. Tell me a little about yourself, your family, your background. We'd like to really get to know our clients so we can serve their needs. Let's really vamp here. Just a poor kid from a poor family dreaming big. Let's match Isaac's starting point. Lower middle class, can't afford a college. I'm from a very hardworking family. They provided for me and I was never really left wanting. But higher education, well, that's beyond our means. It just feels so far out of reach. I want to go to college and secure a good career so I can help my family out the way they helped me. Do you think Gold Fidelity can help me with that? taps away at her keyboard, entering something in. Can't see the screen from this angle. I'm sure we can assist you, although I have a few concerns. Your credit rating seems quite sound, but there's not a lot on your records to work from to determine your qualifications. Damn, one flaw of Gibson coming up with a whole new Heather Daring. The paper trail only goes back so far. Oh, hi, matchmaker. Did I tip my hand too much with the backstory? Does she suspect? Please, ma'am, this is really important to me. If you could just, I don't know, nudge things through for me? It's important to be thorough. Perhaps if you could provide more... Before she can continue, a man in a well-tailored suit quickly joins us, offering a professionally curt nod of the head my way. Sterling. I believe I can take over from here. I'd like to get hands-on with this one. Oh no. It's a random woman with that badge. Of course, Mr. Sterling. She logs out of her computer as they swap positions, him taking the seat she previously occupied and logging in. It's good to meet you, Miss Daring. I'm Harrison Sterling, Vice President of Gold Fidelity. Wow, I didn't think my case warranted someone that high up the food chain, you know? I like buzz from my earpiece distracts me. That's the same fucker who handled my loan. He wasn't a VP back then, but it's definitely him. So, that advisor said something about my credit history being an issue? I don't think it'll be any concern whatsoever. She can be a stickler for the fine details, but me, I'm a big picture sort of man. Steal his face. Good, that means he's more gullible. Or he's scheming his own scheme. So it says here that you have a strong work background and are looking for something more. He looks me over head to toe, and I swear I can feel him comparing me to some mental skin tone chart in his brain. Hey! I think it's admirable that you're looking to better yourself. You got what it takes to go far with the right ambition. I believe I can help you, Miss Daring. Let me just get you set up with the proper paperwork. I expect him to continue typing, but he reaches into a drawer and pulls out a fresh stack of forms printed on yellow paper. So, what kind of a degree are you looking to get? What kind of a degree are you looking to get? There we go. I lost it for a second. I got back. Curious new development. I'll stick to the script on this one. I've always wanted to be... Alright, for that we call it Jamie Foxx. I've always wanted to be a doctor. Heck, I played doctor all the time with my dolls when I was a kid. Shit. That does not mean what you think it means. What? I operated on my dolls all the time, replacing their arms with robot claws and shit. Isn't that normal? If I can do something for my community to really get back and provide medical services, that'd be... well, it'd just be great. I know medical school costs a whole lot, but... nonsense! With the right academic program and the right financial aid, anything is possible. And I know just the right school for you, assuming you don't have a candidate lined up already, of course. Not really, no. I mean, I wanted to make sure this was possible before I got my hopes up. Everything's possible with Gold Fidelity in your corner. I'll contact a recruiter I know. We'll smooth the entire process out for you. You'll be on your way to a brighter future in no time. Binks. My hidden earpiece crackles lightly as Mayhem whispers away at me. That's also how things went down for me. He generously reached out to a recruiter. Maybe the same one he wants to set you up with. I know we're just doing this to gain system access, but write it out. Maybe there's more going on here. He continues asking questions about my goals, my financial status, plenty of personal details. And instead of typing them in, he fills out the stack of forms. Very old school. Believe it or not, this is a bad thing. If everything were electronic, Gibson could bust in and trace any of my applications through their computers. The keylogger I planned would be enough. But those papers are going to be dumped into one of the hundreds of filing cabinets in this building? We need a way to track them. Which tool do you think I should use this time? Oh my god. Those are amazing! Scent marking the paper would be nice and subtle if you can pull it off. An RFID tag would do the job perfectly. What do I do with the swap the paperclip for a tracking device? RFID tag. think I've got just the thing for this occasion. A tiny sticker with a tracking chip. You know, I may be the thief here, but you're clearly learning the ropes. Good for you. For the time being, that was a Legally Blonde reference. Are you bending and snapping? What are you doing, Wayward? For the time being, I sit back and answer his questions about my financial history based on the script I worked on with Gib. I'm not sure. Oh, the scented paper? Oh! Stefan, was that was the scented paper a Legally Blonde reference? I hope it was. Until it comes up to sign the papers. Okay, sign here, here, and here. Everywhere marked with an X. Right. I slip a tiny sticker into my palm and firmly grip the papers sticking to the underside of the stack. L's resume for the internship. Not quite, you'll see, okay. The microchip in there should be easy to track later, provided this works. It's not yellow like the paper, it's white, but... I sign the stack, making sure to keep it flat on the desk as I do to conceal the transmitter, and slide it back across. Thanks so much. I'll just get this filed for you. Craft the way he's reaching for the stack, he's gotta feel the sticker. So, for a lack of a better option, I quickly grab his hand. Wait! Wow, you have really soft hands. I couldn't help but notice. Are you a hand model? Do you want to be one? I know an agent you could work with. I'm fine, thanks. Okay, made it look weird. It made me look weird, but it worked as a distraction. What? A little gross, but yep, that'll do it. And he'll barely notice. You know, I may be the thief here, but you okay? Time I sit back and answer questions about financial history based on the script I worked with Gib. Okay, so here, everywhere I walked with an X. Right. I slip the tiny capsule into my hand as I reach for the form, and crush it, lightly dusting the papers with, Gibson's P. Look, it's a scent I'm innately familiar with, and one he can easily help me track later. It's gross, but it gets the job done. Love it. Just rewind time. Hold on a second. We can put P on the papers. We're putting P on the papers. We're doing this. After signing the paperwork with my fake name, I slide it back across the desk. Okay, that should, crap, he's sniffing the air. Sorry, that was me. I have IBS. My apologies. It's okay, no problem. Fucking... So... our favorite mutual artist friend, of course, Molly Nemechek, they have a bumper sticker on their car. It says IBS. Intelligent but shitting. That is on their car. And it's amazing. So every time I see IBS, any reference to IBS, that's all I can think of. That fucking bumper sticker of intelligent but shitting. And it's beautiful. Oh, Molly. I should just clip that. Just like, hey Molly. He jots down a brief note before dropping the papers into a folder. Hopefully he's just a crusty old guy who hates computers and some underpaid intern is gonna type that stuff up later. I believe we'll have no problems arranging your financing, Miss Daring. You're exactly the sort of person we're looking for to support here at Gold Fidelity. And starting tomorrow, you'll have the funds you need and good school waiting to accept you. Thank you so much, Mr. Sterling. I'm looking forward to it. Tomorrow. And I book it the hell out of there. Fresh air greets me as I emerge from the financial empire of Gold Fidelity. Good for taking a nice, deep, centering breath. Tomorrow, that is too soon. IBS. Intelligent but shitting. those words, I seriously beefed it in there. From what I saw through your lenses, I think you did fine. But I'll admit I'm not an expert on these things. Honestly, sus. That was sketchy from word one. The advisor almost clocked me at the start. While Sterling was all too happy to prove me through, even after I fumbled at the end. That's a little weird, don't you think? I don't know, is it? I'm bad at reading people, you tell me. You think he's up to something shifty? Maybe. I'd say we should investigate a bit deeper before we act. Maybe I sneak in as a janitor tomorrow and do more recon. The bank's moving fast to foreclose on my family home. We can't sit around pondering conspiracies. We've got to act. No more recon. We go in tonight. You and I. Tonight? Tonight. No helping it. Hey! Higher! Yo! What's up? Hello, hello? Shout out higher than Octane. Ah, yes, the Minecrafties. Very good, very good. Faye! Hello! Higher than Octane, of course, a good friend to Faye Bangtang, a very good friend of the channel. Been with us for how many years now? Hello, hello. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Hi. I don't need to tell you who we are. You already know. You've been wanting to play Sea of Thieves with us forever, and we keep blowing you off like assholes. I'm so sorry about that. we have been busy. But yeah, hi, welcome in. We're just in the final chapter of this run of Penny Larceny. I've known this man for 5 years now. Has it been 5 years? Dear God, Faye, we've watched you grow up on the internet. Holy shit. Well, hello. Hello, Faye. So we're going to ruin a financial institute, and it's gonna be great. So that's where we are. That's what we're gonna do. So I hope you guys enjoy the ride. I'll try not to fuck it up. Tonight, no helping it, and I want in on this one, so I'm coming with you. This is my future on the line. I'm intending to fight for it with my own 2 hands. Oh yeah, that makes far more sense. Way more sense. Yeah, 3 years. Faye 3 years? Yeah, Faye 3 years makes sense. You know, hire for 5 years? That's cool. We've known hire for less than 1. But you know, we all start somewhere. That's not how this works. I'm your field agent. You sit in the big chair mwahaing and stuff. Are we partners in this, or am I just your boss? Partners. You know we're partners. Then I'm coming with you. And don't... I scared higher by being a chicken in Minecraft. Nice. And don't worry, I've got a few tricks of my own. I won't be dead weight on the caper. See you soon. I'm not a fan of how hard Isaac's pushing for this. He doesn't have a thief's patience. I get why he wants to get out in the field. He has more stake in this than any other caper I've pulled for him. But part of the reason I work on my own is for his safety. If I bungle it and go to jail, he doesn't. And I'd never snitch. I'll have to keep him protected tonight. I care too much not to watch out for him. Oh man. Breaking into the headquarters of a highly sensitive financial corporation. You finished your first stream on your computer? Yo! Like, is it a new computer, or have you been like streaming directly off console, or what have you been doing up until now? Or is it like streaming to the computer or something? Yeah, what have you been up to, sir? That's off your Xbox. Okay, yeah, I mean that's how our entire channel started. Like all four of the original 4 of us, minus the original 2 that don't apply in this case. We were all streaming directly off of our PlayStations, and we literally would log in and then log out so the next person could log in to Twitch with their machine and out. And it got really complicated a few times, especially when we were like out of the house and we forgot to unhook the account for somebody. And of course, certain games would sorry, internet. Oh no, internet's acting wonky, as it does. But yeah, we streamed straight off our things for a long time until until it started becoming a liability. For example, like games that blocked audio, games that straight up blocked video. Like all the BioShock games block everything for streaming for some damn reason. I haven't quite figured that one out. So Coulson was already streaming on OBS, and then Joyce and Ash started doing that. Ash started playing with it more, like doing the streaming console to computer, and then streaming off of that. And then finally, we all learned how to do the thing properly, and everything has been better since. So, you know, it's all good. The stream can finally pick up my voice in the voice chats. Yes! That's awesome. It feels good, hey? It feels good. Breaking into the headquarters of a highly sensitive financial corporation. This situation calls for approaching from oblique angles, finding entrance to a small hidden sub-basement or an insecure third-story office. Find a motherboard on Amazon, can be delivered. Save over $30. Aww. Nice. It's like, I'm already streaming off of Bezos. Bezos already has my money, so I'm not gonna pick a fight with him today. But good. Situation calls for approaching room. Navigating a maze of hallways, evading security cameras, memorizing the patrol patterns of guards. Nice Apex Legends, I've got a VTuber model of Mirage. Oh my god. You're VTuber too? Damn, you growing up so fast. Weeks of planning to carry off a perfect heist. In and out like a ghost. 0 footprint. Absolute precision. And then there's this asshole. Or we can just bust into a service entrance, sure. Seriously, we just walked in the back door. Here we are, dead of night in the middle of Gold Fidelity, strolling in like we own the place. Aww. To fight monsters, we had to create monsters. We can't sit around while you plan the perfect crime. Not this time. There could be a couple of reasons for why that didn't happen, but I mean, if it's working now, then that's the important thing. And we also can't rush into something like this. There's a process, remember? What about the silent alarms? Gibson has that covered, yes? All set. I can't cut them, but I've redirected them. They're going to be very confused. They're going to a very confused lawnmower customer service center. Okay, fine. But there's also security cameras and digital recordings, and you're not even wearing a proper mask. Mayhem taps the surgical reflector on his forehead. I built an IR blaster into this thing, while you are playing with paperwork. Should overwhelm any digital camera photoreceptor. My face will be blurred. You should be proud. I'm finally wearing a mask. Well, okay, but what about the guards? They won't be fooled. Whoa, shit, speaking of... halt! Stay where you are, Mr. Mayhem! See? Like that. That's what I mean. This is why we don't skip on prep work. If Crimer were tracking me right now, I'd drop to 0 stars instantly for that fumble. Screw Crimer ratings. This is about... I said freeze! Okay, now technically you said halt and stay where you are, which we're doing. And do you mind? I'm trying to have a conversation here. And Isaac steps right around me, heedless of having a gun waved in his face. Sir, if I may ask, how much do you weigh? What? Correct dosage is important. Looking like 220, 250. Okay, this should suffice. I don't... And Isaac flings a tiny capsule with his fingers, having stuck it out of a hiding spot in his glove. Beautiful. Hate they would have to wait 2-3 years before you could get internet capable to stream. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's okay. You own property, and that's kind of awesome too. Balance. Everything has balance. Balance sucks. If I had the same 2 or 3 NPCs work at every building you hit, it really sells the gig economy dystopia vibe. Assets, but also it's a statement. Man. The guard coughs briefly, then sags to the floor. Hold on, I want to see that again. Just cheap little animations. I love it. And it's Dr. Mayhem, not Mr. Mayhem. The fuck was that? Combination anesthetic and amnestic. He'll wake up in about an hour, too disoriented to remember we were here. Had to make sure I didn't use too much though. Forced unconsciousness is actually stupendously bad for one's brain. Huh. Okay. Maybe you have actually put some thought to this instead of charging headfirst into the lion's den. I am rather smart, if you recall. And I've learned a lot from watching you work. I geared up accordingly, knowing the kind of challenges you'll typically face. Camera-confusing gadgets, drug-infused smoke bombs. Dang. It's high time I had you make me show. Maybe it's high time I had you make me some. Fuck me. Maybe it's high time I had you make me some new non-lethal gear. Less than lethal. Not non-lethal. Let's not kid ourselves. We're definitely committing assault here. Just mindfully. Can we proceed, or do you have further objections? I'm not sure if I should be proud of him for finally acting like a mask, or worried that he's finally acting like a mask. He's still trying to find a path back to civilian life, isn't he? Isn't he? Trying to avoid harming the guard is a promising step, but this is still way more criminal masterminding than he normally aims to do. Let's tap into their systems and see what we can dig up. If we're lucky, we'll be in and out in minutes. Gib? Gibson hops out of my backpack and over to the desk where I had my loan review. Ivy! Yo! Hello. We are just in the back end of the Dr. Mayhem storyline. So what did we do? We did the mall shit. We skipped over the crypto one, and now we are busting up a financial institute. Working on Labor Day. I know. Oh shit! Now everyone's here. Shit. Metadonut. Hello. How the fuck are you doing, man? How are you feeling? How are you doing? You, without saying too much, Mr. Metadonut has been going through some shit. I hope you are well, sir. This is straight up Axum Corp bullshit right there. Less than lethal, non-lethal. Taser. That's what they all are. Like, all of them are less lethal options. That's where we are. Gibson hops on my backpack and over the desk where I had my loan review, logging in using previously stolen passwords. Feeling alright? Okay. That's good. I'm very glad to hear that, man. Thanks to that keylogger we planted, I've got, let's see, access to company emails, the client database, and financial database. Hold on. Client database, and financial transaction logs. You're the techie. You'll search the database for my records. I'll poke through the emails. Penny can check the finances. Fine. Let's get to work. Yeah, we did shopping spree. Lots of downtime, so catching up on videos. Hey, good shit. Any anime recommendations? The current hotnesses, if you haven't watched any, Spy X Family, definitely recommend that. Demon Slayer is the super hotness right now. Oshinoko. A lot of people are getting ripped up by Oshinoko. I haven't watched it yet, but I know my guy at work really wanted me to watch Oshinoko. Obviously, it's fun.
I ran to this tree and I would climb up. I'm like, Arash?
Hey! Good shit. One Piece live action, yeah. Trigun's, yeah, the new Trigun. New Trigun's good. Jujutsu Kaisen's looking okay. It should be. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, Oshinoko is like the ultra hotness right now. Bitches are like tearing their hair out on that one. Yeah, I'd say I don't know what services. I just did a torrent. I'm pretty sure Oshinoko is on Crunchyroll. Pretty sure. What else are we watching? I have a month worth of classwork, so I need to do because my school maybe switch classes because classes are overfilled. My school is trying to level all classes out. God damn, that's frustrating. But yeah. Yeah, that's like those were my big ones. Like I really fucking love Spy Family for obvious reasons, and I gotta get to sleep this week. Kick my ass. Yep. Sure thing, John. You take it easy. Thanks for coming out as always. I hope that computer build behaves, and good luck, man. What else? So, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer. Really enjoying Demon Slayer. It's just it's shonen shit, but it's fun. It's fun. The fuck else am I watching right now? Like those are the current things I've been watching. Like what else? What else have I intended to watch? I watched the first episode of Fire Force. Oh, you kids! I watched the first episode of Fire Force. It was like I'm intrigued by it. I thought it was gonna be an anime about firemen. Turns out they're about it's about exorcists fighting like fire demons that are causing people to spontaneously combust. So it's like dudes in fire gear plus a priestess. It's like okay. I'm a little curious about that one. But yeah. Hopefully some of those are reasonable options. Who's running this heist? Him or me? This is so weird. Maybe I just gotten used to Isaac being distant and trying to stay above it all. He's learning the ropes just like I am. Maybe that's a good thing. He's more involved in your world. I'll steal your water bottle tomorrow. Hey, he'll still play the part of his moral compass even as he skirts around the masked life. You can still play the part of his moral compass, even as he skirts around the mask life. It's like walking a tightrope, you know? I have to walk with him to help him keep balance. We could both fall. I'm not backing out, don't get me wrong. I'm with him all the way to the end. But I'm still worried. Hopefully I don't lead him down the wrong path. I should focus. Gib and Isaac are doing their part. I need to be checking the financial records, looking for digital paper trails. Where do we even start with this? Hey! Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is how you know who your friends are. Where do we even start with this? How can I possibly uncover some sinister corporate secret in a few minutes of poking? Promare is good if you want basically the same premise as Fire Force, but 2 hours long. Homoerotic subtext. I have heard also good things about Promare. Yeah. The outfits are fucking crazy, but against like the Gurren Lagann guys, so of course they are. Also, if you haven't watched the Star Wars, what the fuck did they call them? The Star Wars animus. Those are fun. Those are good. That's on Disney Plus. Fuck, what are those called? Again, the Gurren Lagann people worked on that too. Or did they? No, it was the Visions. Thank you. Yeah, Visions is great. Visions is really fun. I really like Visions. Where do we even start with this? How can I possibly uncover some sinister corporate secret in a few minutes of poking? It's like, hand in your Star Wars nerd card. It's like, who collects on the loan debt Gold Fidelity's racking up? Find leg breakers, we can stop them. Someone has to be funding Gold Fidelity's loan operations. Starling's got some weird side hustle going. Dig hard as paychecks. I want to find out that one. What the Bleach character is? No. Yeah, Bleach is still chomping along too. Apparently Bleach is really good right now, but I lost track of that a long time ago. Yeah. That was still fun too. Fucking Wallace and Gromit people making Star Wars shit. Oh, that was fun. You're right. Something in here there stinks. He swooped in way too fast to handle my case, dismissing all my concerns. If Gold Fidelity itself isn't behind the moves he's making, he must have a silent partner. And someone has got to be keeping receipts. Who's pocketed Harrison Sterling? I may be crap with computers, but I know money. And I know all the fun ways to hide money. A few minutes later, and I have my answer. Hey, Gib, you ever hear of a Carcosa Investments Group? Carcosa? Can't say I have. Is it important? Maybe. They're involved with Gold Fidelity, but all these money bros are in bed with each other, so maybe not so important. Doc, you find anything in their emails yet? Huh. That's curious. I love both seasons. Amazing. Yeah, it's really good. I think it's just fun. It's just fun. We're just like, here's a world for you to play in. However you want to do it, just do it and go. And everyone's like, all right, I got it. And everyone had a fun idea, and everyone got to do something a little different. And it was great. I enjoyed it. I quite enjoyed it. He closes the window full of hacked company emails he was reading and turns back to face us. Possibly something I can use, yes, but nothing related to my loan. Let's stay focused. Gibson, have you wiped my records yet? So, about that. There's no record you ever took out alone here. What? There's nothing. I've scoured their databases and you aren't in there. Neither is Heather Daring. I mean, Penny. So hard to pick favorites, but the Cartoon Saloon one is stuck in my brain forever. Impossible. Hell, I did a partial payment on the loan interest just last week. Looks like it's off the books. Wrong voice. Looks like it's off the books, at least. Kept off the digital books. You're thinking what I'm thinking, Penny. Offline hard copies. Offline hard copies. Yeah. Episode I said I was gonna watch it and you told me to skip to the Blood War. Is Blood War the one with the was that the Gurren Lagann one? Kinda making an anime fan sin. Whatever. Or is it the one with the bunny girl? Because the moment I saw Bunny Girl in the Star Wars anime, I was like, oh no! And it was a very good episode, but all I could think of was like, oh man, there's a fandom. There's gonna be a fandom that's gonna come in running. And it's gonna be funny. Sterling used a stack of paper forms and a pen to get me to my loan. He did the same for Isaac too. Our loans don't officially exist in the system. They're being kept strictly as paper copies for security reasons. How is pen and paper more secure than a computer? Which would you trust to keep information safe from? A super hacker like me, Doc? A database designed by an underpaid techie, or a filing cabinet? It's the 21st century. People expect complete computerization. So you run the other way if you want to be safe. And there must be hundreds of filing cabinets in this building. It could be in any of them. Which is why I planted a tracker on my loan application. Always have backup plans. I see. Good thinking. A very analog tracker. Something they wouldn't be able to remove. Cat pee. Gross. Hey, cats marking their territory is a beautiful and natural part of the animal kingdom. Don't judge. I'll start sniffing as we explore the building. Let's go. We have a talking cat, y'all, in case you weren't sure. Exploring forbidden territory without a map and with hazards around every corner. This is still dangerous. Even with the doc's bag of tricks and my instincts to guide us, we're always on the cusp of being caught. Studio Trigger said CD Projekt Red that Rebecca stays. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one, Studio Trigger. I'd say we have maybe an hour at most before we're pushing our luck beyond breaking point. Hopefully we can locate the tracker by then. First season, I think my favorites are like Kinema Citrus one and the second Trigger one. Yeah. I should rewatch those, they were good. To use the tension a bit as we explore hallways and Gibson scans, I try to make conversation. So, with the fucked up old Sith guy voiced by James Hong. Yeah! I like that one. What's your plan for the aftermath of all this? Aftermath? I mean, let's say this works beyond your best expectations. Your debt is cancelled, maybe you even find a road out of being a mask. You're back to your old life without any burdens. What comes next? I get back to work, I guess. Hopefully in a real lab, not a makeshift basement lair. Yeah, James Hong's in that. You said you don't want to become a workaholic, remember? Obviously you'll continue research, but what else? I mean, if you can clear your name, you can do anything. No more hiding. Alright, Octet, hire. You have a good night. Thanks for swinging by. Appreciate it. I appreciate you. I wouldn't say a concern. More concern for you than me. You've just gotten started as a power couple, but maybe it'd be best if you didn't involve yourself with a crook like me, if you can escape the life completely. Oh, we're gonna be the one that does a posture check. Actually, my posture's better than how I started. I put the seat up more vertical, almost beyond vertical. Orders, you stick with me anyway, whether I'm a mask or not. You've been struggling and scraping base, barely getting by, like me. But you don't have to. We could keep this going. I'm a wanted criminal. If you play your cards right, you won't be. How's that gonna work? Penny, I've been a mask long enough to realize that capes and masks, heroes and villains, it's all just structure. Good and evil aren't little attributes. Plenty of masks choose to be horrible people, but so do many capes. And others get categorized against their will, Metahumans coerced into being heroes, or desperate people forced into outlaw life. The whole situation's way more complicated than I was raised to believe. And I'm going to speak up about that once I get my voice back. Society isn't going to tell me who is and isn't allowed in my life. I'll decide that for myself. And I've decided that means love. I won't stop loving you no matter where I end up. I know you're a good person and someone I want by my side. Together, maybe we can change some minds. Dear Lord, what's happening? Good to know he won't abandon you for this non-criminal friends. That's strong loyalty. Okay, I'm just putting this out there. Maybe you don't have to be a mask anymore. Oh shit. That door swings both ways. What if his civvy stats hurts your mask trap? Oh no! I'm just having a fucked up time. Is anyone else having a fucked up time with the timing and stuff? It's all about booking, baby. Shitty. Ivy, your internet hates you. Why does Twitch hate you? How dare they? How dare Twitch do that to you? The stream keeps pausing for like 2 or 3 seconds at a time. Oh no! Well, my byte drop frames. I have 3.9% drop frames. I know. I know. Yeah, I've got unstable stream. Shit. Poor network connection detected. Why? I'm having a bad. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna push the stop button and start button again and see if that unhiccups us a bit. Let's see. Let's try this. All right, be right back. Let's see if that worked. Does that make it better or worse? Show me. Show me. It might be. Yeah, it might be my side. Okay. Okay. Now I've got I got tone. I got tone now. How are we feeling? Check. Testes. 1, 2, 3. That was a 20-year-old joke from high school. Okay, well, Twitch on my side is suggesting I have excellent tone now. So let's roll with it. Tone is not the correct term in this sense, but I'm gonna use it. Anyways, welcome back. Hopefully that was... See if stable now. Okay. We did it, guys. We have solved racism. What? Okay. Anyways. Okay, I'm just putting this out there. Maybe you don't have to be a mask anymore? So in the end, it was James's fault. This is the takeaway. This is the only life I've ever known. I'm at least above average at being a mask. Could I really be a civvy? Maybe I'd mess up. Maybe crime's just too baked into who I am as a person. But if he's willing to see things in shades of gray, not the harsh black and white of masks and capes, maybe it could work. You think it could? Do you think I could make a good civilian if I gave up being a mask and stuck with you? I don't really have job skills or much of an education or anything civilized society wants from me. You're smarter than you give yourself credit for. I don't have a single doubt you can apply yourself well to it. Is there a litter box around here or something? You smell that? Cat pee! That's my natural musk and it's healthy. Also, I believe we found our target. Okay, let's finish this up and get out of here before anyone's the wiser. Yay, excellent. We come to a stop outside, and nondescript and frame dropped just now for a second. No! Yeah, I see it. 14%. Oh no, we're losing it again. Shit. Well. Well, shit. I guess we're just having a bad internet night. Alright, let's just get through this as fast as we can then. Fuck! Son of a bitch! We come to a stop outside, a nondescript and fairly generic looking door. No name placard, no identifying number, nothing. Well, shit. Okay, well, Twitch still thinks we're good. I can see that... Oh, I'm getting a lot more drop frames now. What the fuck? I don't know if I can fix this right now. Can I change the stuff on the fly? recordings cannot be paused. The recording quality is set to same as stream. Alright, let's try something crazy for a second. I'm gonna drop the bitrate ever so slightly and see if that gives us a happier time. Okay, the drop frames seem to have stopped. You're staring at the numbers. I cut the bitrate by like 500. And I think that might be helping. All right, let's see what happens here. Just another anonymous door in a hallway of anonymous doors, deep within the stagnant air of the back offices. And Penny's loan forms are in there. Just checking back on the frames. Correct. My supervisor can see trace scent particles. The trail ends here. Good. Let's get to it. But before he touches the doorknob, I throw up a hand to stop him. Whoa. What's the first rule of any adventuring party? Check for traps. And alarms. Check for traps and alarms. Oh, there they go again. Why does that character give me Ashy vibes? Is the green hair and the olive skin. 100%. This was not by accident. Yeah, the frames are sad. Whoa, Jesus. Yeah, my stream's having a bad time. Shit. Okay, now we're back to green. Shit. This is just putting CPR on the stream. Just please, bitrate. Don't give up on us. Ugh. Okay, well everything seems to be back to green, so we'll pray, because that was a lot of drop frames just now, and that was shitty. I didn't like that. Anyways, we're gonna check for traps and alarms. Frames are just like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Yeah, that's a problem. But Gibson already rerouted the silent alarms. Unmarked door, unmarked hallway, lots of dust, only light footprints in the carpet. Even the janitorial staff doesn't come here. Security through obscurity. It looks like nothing important to ensure the regular employees steer clear without calling attention. No way in hell something like this would be on the main alarm network. It's too isolated, too important. Yeah, it's bad. Our frames are bad tonight. Shit. I'm gonna click it off and on again.